There's a rare kind of person who stands out without trying, who moves through life with quiet strength and an unshakable presence. These individuals seem to carry something extraordinary, an invisible armor that shields them from chaos, criticism, and the distractions that overwhelm most people. It's not because their lives are easier or they're naturally gifted. They've simply mastered principles that give them clarity, resilience, and power in a noisy world. Most people live their lives caught up in a storm of opinions, expectations, and constant demands. They chase after approval, react impulsively to challenges, and let the noise of the world dictate their actions. Over time, this wears them down, leaving them exhausted and unsure of who they are. But there's another way to live, a way that allows you to take back control, to lead your life with purpose and intention rather than being swept along by the currents. Think of someone you know who never seems rattled, even in the face of chaos. Maybe it's a colleague who always remains composed under pressure, or a friend who listens intently without rushing to speak. These are the people who don't have to announce their strengths. They let their actions speak. They know how to stay grounded, no matter the circumstances, and their calm confidence draws others in. What sets them apart isn't luck or innate talent. It's the way they approach life. They've chosen mastery over distraction, focus over impulsivity, and growth over comfort. Take a moment to think about how often your energy is pulled in different directions. A stressful email, an argument, a criticism from someone whose opinion you don't even value. All these moments chip away at your focus and peace of mind. Now, imagine reclaiming that energy, redirecting it toward building something meaningful for yourself. When you stop reacting to every little thing, you start responding only to what truly matters. That shift can change everything. There's a story that speaks to this transformation. A man named Daniel was caught in a cycle of frustration. His life wasn't bad, but it wasn't fulfilling either. He worked hard at his job, but office politics and constant feedback from his boss left him feeling drained. His relationships were fine, but they lacked depth. He often found himself reacting emotionally to situations, replaying arguments in his head long after they were over. Daniel felt stuck, as if life was something happening to him rather than something he could shape. One day, after a particularly tough meeting where his boss criticized his ability to handle stress, Daniel realized something had to change. He was tired of feeling like a victim of his circumstances. That night, he came across a piece of advice that resonated deeply. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Those words stayed with him, and for the first time, he began to see how much of his energy was wasted on things outside his control. Daniel decided to take a different approach. Instead of reacting impulsively, he practiced stepping back and taking a breath. When someone upset him, he asked himself whether it was worth his attention. He started listening more and speaking less, which helped him notice things he had overlooked before, patterns in conversations, unspoken dynamics in meetings, and opportunities for growth. He found moments of solitude, using them not to escape, but to reflect and realign with what he valued most. Over time, these small shifts brought about a profound transformation. At work, Daniel became a steady presence in stressful situations. His colleagues started looking to him for guidance, and even his boss began to praise his composure. In his personal life, he stopped seeking approval from others and started trusting himself. His relationships deepened as he learned to listen without judgment and express himself without fear. What once felt like a treadmill, running hard but going nowhere, now felt like a purposeful path forward. The most striking thing about Daniel's journey wasn't how much his external life changed, but how much his inner world transformed. He realized that strength doesn't come from controlling everything around you. It comes from mastering yourself. By letting go of the need to prove himself or win every argument, he gained a calm confidence that no one could shake. He stopped chasing recognition and found fulfillment in the process of becoming better each day. This isn't just Daniel's story. It's a story that reflects the struggles and potential of so many people. Life constantly throws challenges our way, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed or defeated. But what separates those who rise above from those who remain stuck isn't their circumstances, it's their mindset. The ability to stay focused, to let go of what doesn't serve you, and to act with intention is available to anyone willing to make the effort. The most powerful transformations don't come from dramatic changes or sweeping resolutions. They come from small, consistent actions that align with who you want to become. Choosing to stay silent instead of arguing, taking a moment of solitude to think before reacting, keeping your goals private instead of broadcasting them to the world. These are the steps that build resilience, focus, and power. Over time, they add up to something extraordinary. Imagine how much more peace and clarity you'd feel if you stopped letting the opinions of others dictate your choices. Consider the strength you'd gain if you learned to pause before reacting, channeling your energy into what truly matters. These aren't abstract ideas. They're practices that can shape your life in ways you never thought possible. As you reflect on this, think about where your energy is going. Are you spending it on things that bring you closer to your best self, or are you letting it slip away on distractions and negativity? The answer to that question holds the key to your next step. Reclaiming your power starts with a single decision: to prioritize growth over comfort, focus over chaos, and strength over weakness. This journey isn't about perfection. It's about progress, showing up for yourself every day and making choices that align with the person you want to become. Each step you take builds momentum, and before long, you'll find yourself standing stronger, calmer, and more confident than you ever thought possible. The world is full of noise, but you don't have to let it drown you out. By choosing to master yourself, you rise above the chaos and unlock a strength that few ever tap into. It's not about being better than anyone else, it's about being the best version of yourself. And when you do that, everything else falls into place. The beauty of transformation lies in subtlety. As we navigate the layers of self-mastery, one key skill amplifies all others: silence. While reclaiming focus and inner strength requires intentionality, silence is the fertile ground where clarity, power, and resilience take root. It's not just about what we do, it's about what we choose not to do. Words, often rushed and unnecessary, can dilute our energy, while silence channels it. When silence is mastered, it sharpens our awareness, strengthens our relationships, and allows us to stand firmly within ourselves. Let's dive deeper into how this quiet force reshapes every dimension of your life. Silence, first and foremost, transforms how you engage with the world. In every interaction, silence provides room to observe. Most people are consumed by the need to respond, to assert their opinions, to fill the gaps. But those who remain quiet hold the upper hand. They see what others miss. This isn't passivity, it's presence. Through silence, you notice the words people choose, their tone, their body language, and the unspoken messages hiding between lines. These details reveal truths that louder voices overlook. Choosing silence isn't about surrendering your voice. It's about using it purposefully. A well-timed response carries more weight than a barrage of unnecessary words. This is why silence can be a strategic advantage in professional spaces. Meetings and negotiations often devolve into verbal competition, where the loudest voices seem to dominate. Yet, the one who speaks last or speaks least is often perceived as the most thoughtful and composed. Leaders who embrace silence command respect, not because they withhold their input, but because they offer it sparingly and intentionally. In personal relationships, silence builds trust. Listening without interruption signals respect and genuine interest. People feel valued when they're given space to express themselves without fear of judgment or competition for attention. Silence becomes a gift, an act of generosity that invites others to share more openly. This deepens connections in ways that casual conversation never could. It's a rare quality in a world obsessed with being heard, and it sets you apart as someone who truly understands the art of presence. Beyond its external benefits, silence fortifies your internal world. It creates the mental space needed to process emotions, reflect on experiences, and gain clarity about your direction. Without silence, the noise of daily life drowns out the quiet voice of intuition. But in stillness, insights emerge. You begin to discern what's truly important from what's simply urgent. Silence doesn't just provide answers, it reshapes the questions you ask yourself. This inner clarity translates into resilience. Challenges and criticisms lose their sting when met with quiet composure. By pausing before reacting, you give yourself the gift of time. Time to evaluate, to breathe, to respond with intention rather than impulse. This practice protects your peace and ensures that your actions align with your values. Over time, it becomes a natural response, one that shields you from unnecessary conflict and emotional turbulence. Silence also fosters creativity. In moments of quiet reflection, your mind has room to explore new ideas and possibilities. Many of history's greatest breakthroughs were born in solitude, not in crowded rooms. Silence invites inspiration to surface, allowing you to connect dots that would otherwise remain scattered. It turns stillness into a source of innovation and progress, proving that some of the most profound work happens in the quiet. At its core, silence is a form of self-respect. It communicates that you don't feel the need to prove yourself through constant explanation or validation. This quiet confidence is magnetic. People are drawn to those who are comfortable in their own stillness, who don't need to dominate conversations to feel significant. Silence signals strength, strength that comes from knowing who you are and what you stand for. But perhaps the most transformative aspect of silence is its ability to uncover truth. When you refrain from speaking, others often reveal more than they intend. Silence creates a vacuum that compels others to fill it, offering insights that would remain hidden if you rushed to respond. This is especially valuable in moments of tension or uncertainty, where understanding the full picture can make all the difference. Practicing silence requires discipline. It's easy to fill every pause with words, to mistake stillness for passivity. But those who master silence understand its power. They know that the pauses between words often say more than the words themselves. They see silence not as a void, but as a canvas, a space where meaning takes shape. As we continue to explore the transformative principles of self-mastery, silence stands as a foundation. It strengthens focus, deepens relationships, and builds resilience, setting the stage for further growth. Silence creates a foundation of strength, but solitude is where that strength takes root and grows. While silence hones your ability to observe and listen, solitude invites you to turn inward, allowing you to examine, understand, and align your life with what truly matters. It's not about isolation or withdrawing from the world. It's about stepping back long enough to hear your own voice in the middle of life's noise. Solitude holds a unique kind of power that can't be found in the presence of others. In those quiet moments, clarity emerges. The distractions, judgments, and pressures that often cloud your thoughts begin to fall away, leaving space for deeper understanding. You start to see your priorities, your values, and your path forward with a new sense of purpose. When you're constantly surrounded by people or consumed by external demands, it's easy to lose sight of who you are and what you want. Solitude restores that connection with yourself, grounding you in your own truth. The world often glorifies constant activity, but true progress comes from moments of reflection. Solitude offers the chance to pause, to assess where you are and where you're headed. It's in this space that you can evaluate whether your actions align with your intentions. Many people spend their lives moving quickly, yet they rarely take the time to ask whether they're moving in the right direction. Solitude forces you to slow down and recalibrate, ensuring that your energy is spent on what truly matters. When you allow yourself time alone, you create an environment where growth thrives. It's not just about thinking, it's about learning to sit with yourself without distraction. This practice can be uncomfortable at first, especially in a world that encourages constant stimulation. But as you grow accustomed to solitude, you begin to uncover insights that would otherwise remain buried beneath the noise. You gain a deeper understanding of your strengths, your weaknesses, and your motivations. This self-awareness is the cornerstone of personal power. Solitude also strengthens your ability to handle challenges. Life is filled with moments that test your resilience, and the ability to face them alone builds confidence like nothing else. When you rely too heavily on external validation or support, you risk becoming dependent on others to navigate difficulties. Solitude teaches you to trust yourself, to find solutions within rather than seeking them outside. This inner autonomy not only strengthens your resolve, but also frees you from the fear of being alone. Another profound benefit of solitude is its ability to foster creativity. Some of the world's most revolutionary ideas were born during moments of quiet introspection, without the distractions of constant interaction. Your mind is free to explore, to connect ideas in new ways, and to imagine possibilities that might seem unreachable in the chaos of daily life. Solitude doesn't just give you time to think, it gives you the space to dream. Spending time alone also enhances your emotional well-being. In solitude, you can process emotions without the pressure of external judgment. You can confront feelings that might be too complex to address in the presence of others. This emotional clarity allows you to move forward with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. Instead of carrying unresolved emotions, you learn to release them, creating space for joy, peace, and growth. Solitude can also transform your relationships. When you take time to understand yourself, you approach others with greater empathy and intention. You become more present in your interactions because you're no longer distracted by unresolved internal conflicts. People are drawn to those who exude calm and self-assurance, qualities that are cultivated in moments of solitude. The stronger your relationship with yourself, the stronger your connections with others become. There's a misconception that solitude means loneliness, but the two couldn't be more different. Loneliness is the absence of connection, while solitude is a deliberate choice to connect with yourself. In solitude, You're not running away from people. You're running toward clarity. It's an act of self-care, a way to recharge and realign before re-engaging with the world. This balance between solitude and connection creates a life that feels whole and fulfilling. In the modern world, carving out time for solitude can feel like a luxury, but it's a necessity for true fulfillment. Even a few moments of intentional alone time each day can have a profound impact. Use this time not to escape, but to explore, to dive into the thoughts, ideas, and questions that often go unexamined. Journaling, meditating, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation can all be powerful practices. These moments of stillness allow you to reconnect with your purpose and align your actions with your values. The power of solitude extends to decision-making as well. When you're constantly surrounded by input from others, it's easy to lose sight of your own voice. Solitude gives you the space to think deeply and independently, free from the influence of external opinions. Decisions made in solitude are often clearer and more aligned with your long-term goals, because they come from a place of authenticity. In solitude, you also learn to appreciate the simplicity of life. Without the distractions of noise and activity, you begin to notice the beauty in the small moments. A sunrise, the sound of the wind, the rhythm of your breath. This mindfulness creates a sense of gratitude and contentment that enriches every aspect of your life. Solitude teaches you that joy doesn't come from constant activity or achievement. It comes from being present in the moment. Over time, the practice of solitude becomes a source of strength that you carry with you. It's not just about the moments you spend alone. It's about the clarity and focus you bring back into your daily life. You become less reactive, more intentional, and deeply connected to your values. This inner power radiates outward, influencing the way you interact with the world and the way the world responds to you. Solitude is where your strength is cultivated, your creativity is unleashed, and your purpose is clarified. It's not about escaping life. It's about preparing to engage with it fully. When you embrace solitude, you equip yourself with the tools to navigate challenges, to connect authentically with others, and to live a life that feels true to who you are. Carry this strength forward as we explore how protecting your dreams can create a focused and unstoppable force within you. Solitude sharpens your inner clarity, giving you a space to understand your values and align your actions with your true purpose. But clarity alone isn't enough. Once you've identified your goals, dreams, and ambitions, the next critical step is to protect them fiercely. In a world full of opinions, distractions, and unsolicited advice, your dreams can easily become diluted, distorted, or even derailed if you're not intentional about guarding them. The strength you've cultivated in solitude becomes your shield as you embark on this next phase of mastery. There's a unique kind of power in keeping your plans to yourself. The moment you share your goals with others, they become vulnerable to external influences. Feedback, while sometimes helpful, can also sow seeds of doubt. Even well-meaning advice can unintentionally steer you away from your path. By keeping your dreams private, you maintain control over them, allowing them to grow without interference. This doesn't mean isolating yourself or refusing collaboration. It means being selective about who you trust with your vision. When you guard your plans, you also protect your energy. Sharing your goals can create an expectation to explain or justify them, which drains your focus. Instead of directing your efforts toward progress, you might find yourself defending your choices or trying to convince others of your vision. This energy could be better spent on taking action. Silence around your plans isn't about secrecy for its own sake. It's about conserving the energy needed to bring them to life. Protecting your dreams also helps you avoid the trap of premature gratification. Research shows that publicly announcing a goal can trick your brain into feeling as though you've already accomplished it. This false sense of achievement can lower your motivation, making it harder to follow through. By keeping your plans private, you maintain the hunger and drive needed to see them through. The satisfaction of achieving your goal becomes even sweeter because it's grounded in real progress, not just the approval or applause of others. Privacy around your goals allows you to navigate setbacks with greater ease. When your plans are public, every obstacle or delay can feel magnified. The pressure to live up to others' expectations can add unnecessary stress, making it harder to recover and refocus. But when your goals are private, setbacks become personal lessons rather than public failures. This perspective creates resilience, allowing you to adapt and persevere without the weight of external judgment. Another benefit of guarding your plans is the ability to avoid unnecessary comparisons. Sharing your goals can invite comparisons to others who may be on a similar path. These comparisons can be discouraging, especially if you perceive others as more successful or further ahead. Keeping your dreams to yourself allows you to focus on your own journey without the distraction of measuring your progress against someone else's. Your path is unique, and privacy helps you honor that. Guarding your plans doesn't mean operating in isolation. It means choosing your confidants carefully. Share your goals only with those who genuinely support you, those who understand your vision and respect your process. These trusted allies can provide encouragement, constructive feedback, and accountability without undermining your confidence. This selective sharing creates a supportive environment while still protecting the integrity of your dreams. The act of guarding your plans also cultivates discipline. Resisting the urge to share your ambitions requires self-control, but this restraint strengthens your focus. When you're not seeking external validation, you're forced to rely on your internal drive. This shift creates a deeper connection to your goals, making them feel more personal and meaningful. You're no longer working for the approval of others. You're working because the dream itself is worth pursuing. Privacy also allows your goals to evolve organically. Sharing plans too early can lock you into a specific vision, even when circumstances or new insights suggest a better direction. When your goals are private, you have the freedom to refine them without external pressure. This flexibility ensures that your dreams remain aligned with your values and adapt to your growth. There's also a psychological advantage to guarding your plans. Keeping them private creates an element of surprise. When you reveal your achievements only after they're realized, the impact is greater. This approach not only earns respect but also protects you from the distractions that come with premature recognition. It shifts the focus away from talking about your goals and toward taking action to achieve them. Guarding your plans fosters a sense of accountability. When your dreams are private, you're accountable only to yourself. This self-reliance builds character and strengthens your commitment. You're not chasing your goals to impress anyone else. You're doing it because they matter to you. This intrinsic motivation is far more sustainable than external validation, which can be fleeting and unpredictable. The practice of guarding your plans also aligns with a Stoic principle, focusing on what's within your control. You can't control how others will respond to your dreams, but you can control how you nurture and protect them. By keeping your goals private, you take ownership of them, ensuring that they remain grounded in your values rather than shaped by external influences. Guarding your plans doesn't mean rejecting feedback altogether. It means seeking it intentionally and selectively. Feedback from trusted sources can be invaluable, but it's most effective when it's sought out rather than unsolicited. This approach ensures that the feedback you receive aligns with your vision and comes from people who genuinely understand and support your goals. Keeping your goals private also allows you to focus on the process rather than the outcome. When your plans are public, the pressure to achieve can overshadow the joy of working toward them. Privacy shifts the emphasis back to the journey, allowing you to fully engage with each step. This focus on the process not only enhances your experience, but also increases the likelihood of success. Guarding your plans cultivates a sense of independence. It reminds you that your dreams are your own, not something to be outsourced or handed over to others for approval. This independence empowers you to take risks, to dream boldly, and to pursue your goals with confidence. It's a quiet strength that radiates outward, inspiring others to protect and pursue their own dreams. As you move forward, remember that the strength of your dreams lies in how well you protect them. Guarding your plans is not about secrecy, it's about intention. It's about creating the space for your dreams to grow, free from the noise and distractions of the outside world. Carry this principle with you as we explore the next layer of mastery, letting your actions, not your words, speak for your success. Guarding your plans provides the privacy and focus needed to nurture your dreams, allowing them to grow without interference. But what happens when those dreams start to materialize? The way you handle success can define not only how others perceive you, but also how grounded you remain in your journey. Letting your actions speak louder than words is not just a virtue, it's a strategy for sustaining your growth, maintaining balance, and fostering deeper connections with those around you. True success is quiet. It doesn't announce itself loudly or demand recognition. It radiates through actions, outcomes, and the way you impact others. The moment success becomes about showing off or seeking approval, it loses its authenticity. This is where humility plays a crucial role. When you allow your actions to speak for themselves, you not only maintain your emotional balance, but also create an unshakable foundation for long-term fulfillment. Humility in success begins with understanding that the results you achieve are not solely a reflection of your abilities. Many factors contribute to success. Hard work, yes, but also timing, collaboration, and even circumstances outside your control. Acknowledging this prevents you from falling into the trap of arrogance. It keeps you grounded, reminding you to remain grateful for the opportunities and support that helped you along the way. Gratitude transforms success from something you flaunt into something you share, enhancing your relationships and enriching your life. When you let your actions speak, you shift the focus from yourself to the impact you're creating. Instead of seeking validation, you inspire others through your example. People admire those who achieve great things without needing to broadcast their accomplishments. This quiet strength fosters respect and credibility, both of which are far more enduring than fleeting applause. Words can fade, but the legacy of your actions remains. Letting your actions do the talking also strengthens your inner peace. Self-promotion often leads to unnecessary pressure. The need to constantly prove yourself can be exhausting, taking the joy out of your achievements. But when you focus on doing rather than boasting, you free yourself from this cycle. You find satisfaction in the work itself, in the progress you're making, rather than in the recognition you receive. This creates a deep sense of fulfillment that no amount of external praise can replace. Success that speaks for itself builds trust. In both personal and professional relationships, people are drawn to those who don't feel the need to exaggerate or oversell themselves. Your authenticity becomes your strongest asset. It tells others that you're confident in your abilities without being boastful, that you value substance over appearance. This trust opens doors to opportunities and partnerships that align with your values, amplifying your impact even further. Humility also allows you to continue growing. When you're not fixated on proving your worth, you remain open to learning and improvement. Success, when handled with humility, becomes a stepping stone rather than a final destination. It fuels your curiosity and drives you to explore what's next, ensuring that you're always evolving. Those who rest on their laurels often stagnate, while those who stay humble keep moving forward. By focusing on action rather than words, you also avoid the pitfalls of comparison. Success that requires constant validation is often measured against others, creating an endless cycle of competition. But when your success is grounded in humility, it's measured only by your own standards and values. This shift allows you to celebrate your achievements without the need to diminish or outshine anyone else. It creates a sense of contentment that is unshaken by external benchmarks. Letting your actions speak is also a form of self-respect. It signals that you don't need external approval to validate your worth. This quiet confidence is empowering, not just for you, but for those around you. It inspires others to focus on their own growth rather than seeking attention or approval. In this way, humility becomes contagious, fostering an environment where authenticity and collaboration thrive. Another key benefit of humble success is the way it strengthens your resilience. When your identity isn't tied to external recognition, you're better equipped to handle setbacks. Failures become opportunities for growth rather than threats to your self-esteem. This perspective keeps you grounded in both success and adversity, ensuring that neither defines you entirely. You learn to value the journey over the destination, finding meaning in the process rather than the applause. Humble success also deepens your relationships. People are naturally drawn to those who are accomplished yet approachable. When you let your actions speak for themselves, you create space for genuine connections. Others feel comfortable around you because your success doesn't overshadow or intimidate them. Instead, it inspires and uplifts, creating a sense of mutual respect and admiration. This approach also enhances your ability to lead. True leadership isn't about commanding attention or demanding respect. It's about earning it through action and integrity. Leaders who embody humility inspire their teams by showing rather than telling. They lead by example, setting a standard of excellence that others aspire to follow. This kind of leadership is transformative, fostering loyalty and collaboration that drives collective success. Letting your actions speak doesn't mean downplaying your achievements. It means allowing them to shine naturally, without the need for embellishment. When you focus on the work itself, on the impact you're creating, your success becomes a beacon that others can't help but notice. This quiet confidence is far more powerful than any boast or proclamation. It commands respect because it's rooted in authenticity and substance. Humble success also aligns with a Stoic principle, the focus on what you can control. You can't control how others perceive your achievements, but you can control the effort and intention behind them. By prioritizing action over recognition, You ensure that your success is a reflection of your values rather than external expectations. This alignment creates a sense of purpose and fulfillment that transcends the need for validation. The beauty of letting your actions speak lies in its simplicity. It requires no grand gestures, no elaborate declarations. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and letting the results speak for themselves. This approach not only sustains your success, but also enhances your sense of self-worth. You're no longer chasing recognition, you're living your truth, and that truth is enough. As you move forward, remember that the most enduring successes are those built on a foundation of humility. Let your actions be the proof of your dedication, your resilience, and your values. This quiet strength will not only set you apart, but also create a legacy that speaks louder than any words ever could. Carry this principle with you as we explore the next dimension of mastery, the art of truly hearing others and unlocking the power of active listening. Humble success allows your actions to speak for themselves, creating a quiet strength that draws people in without the need for self-promotion. But what happens when people are drawn to you? To truly connect, inspire, and understand others, you must master the skill of listening, not the surface-level act of hearing words, but the deep, intentional practice of active listening. Listening attentively is one of the most undervalued yet transformative abilities. It's the key to building meaningful relationships, gaining profound insights, and outshining others in ways that don't rely on charisma or dominance. Active listening goes beyond waiting for your turn to speak. It involves fully engaging with the person in front of you, seeking to understand not just their words, but their emotions, perspectives, and intentions. People yearn to feel heard, and when you truly listen, you meet a fundamental human need. This simple yet powerful act can strengthen bonds, diffuse tension, and open doors to opportunities you might have otherwise missed. When you practice active listening, you demonstrate respect. In a world where interruptions and divided attention are the norm, giving someone your undivided focus is a rare and profound gift. It tells them they matter, that their thoughts are valued, and that their perspective is worth your time. This act of respect creates trust, which is the foundation of any strong relationship. Trust fosters openness, allowing others to share more freely, and, in turn, deepening the connection between you. Active listening also enhances your understanding of people. Words often reveal only part of the story. The way someone speaks, their tone, their pauses, and their body language all carry important clues about their feelings and intentions. When you listen with your full attention, you pick up on these subtleties, gaining insights that others might miss. This heightened awareness allows you to respond with greater empathy and precision, strengthening your ability to navigate both personal and professional interactions. Listening attentively also equips you to handle conflict more effectively. Misunderstandings often arise when people feel they're not being heard. By listening actively, you can identify the root of the issue, address it thoughtfully, and prevent unnecessary escalation. This approach not only resolves conflicts, but also reinforces your reputation as someone who is fair, approachable, and solutions-oriented. In professional settings, active listening sets you apart. People often equate leadership with speaking, but the best leaders know when to listen. By paying attention to the concerns and ideas of those around you, you create an environment where others feel valued and empowered. This collaborative approach fosters loyalty and drives innovation, as people are more willing to contribute their best when they feel their input is genuinely considered. Listening deeply also sharpens your problem-solving skills. When you truly understand a situation or a person's perspective, you're better equipped to identify effective solutions. Active listening forces you to slow down, process information thoroughly, and avoid jumping to conclusions. This deliberate approach enhances your ability to make informed decisions that address the core of an issue rather than just its symptoms. One of the most transformative aspects of active listening is the way it shifts your mindset. When you focus on understanding rather than responding, you become less reactive and more reflective. This shift creates a sense of calm and composure that benefits every area of your life. You learn to approach conversations with curiosity rather than defensiveness, creating space for growth and mutual understanding. Active listening also deepens your self-awareness. As you pay closer attention to others, you become more attuned to your own communication habits. You notice when you're tempted to interrupt, when your mind starts to wander, or when your responses are driven by ego rather than empathy. This awareness allows you to refine your approach, becoming a more effective communicator and a more thoughtful person. The power of listening lies in its ability to build bridges. It connects people across differences, fostering understanding even in challenging conversations. When you listen with an open mind, you create opportunities to learn from others, to see the world through their eyes, and to expand your perspective. This ability to connect on a deeper level not only enriches your relationships, but also broadens your horizons, making you a more well-rounded individual. Another significant benefit of active listening is the way it enhances your ability to influence others. People are more likely to trust and follow someone who listens to them. When you demonstrate that you understand their needs, concerns, and aspirations, you position yourself as someone who can lead with empathy and insight. This influence isn't about manipulation. It's about creating alignment and inspiring collaboration. Active listening also cultivates patience. In a fast-paced world, taking the time to truly hear someone requires slowing down and being present. This practice not only benefits your interactions, but also strengthens your ability to remain composed in other areas of your life. Patience becomes a natural extension of your listening skills, helping you navigate challenges with grace and resilience. Another profound effect of active listening is the way it fosters personal growth. Every conversation is an opportunity to learn about others, about the world, and about yourself. When you approach interactions with the intention to listen rather than to prove a point, you open yourself to new ideas and insights. This mindset of continuous learning enriches your life and enhances your ability to adapt to changing circumstances. Listening attentively also enhances your emotional intelligence. By tuning into the feelings behind someone's words, you develop a deeper understanding of their emotional state. This awareness allows you to respond with empathy, strengthening your connections and creating a sense of safety and support. Emotional intelligence is a cornerstone of successful relationships, and active listening is one of the most effective ways to develop it. In addition to its interpersonal benefits, active listening can also deepen your understanding of yourself. As you engage more thoughtfully with others, you begin to recognize patterns in your own thoughts and behaviors. This self-awareness helps you identify areas for growth and refine your approach to communication. It's a process of mutual learning that benefits both you and those around you. Listening deeply also encourages authenticity. When people feel heard, they're more likely to share their true thoughts and feelings. This authenticity creates more meaningful connections, allowing relationships to flourish on a foundation of trust and understanding. It's a reminder that the most powerful interactions aren't about saying the right things. They're about creating the right space for genuine connection. Active listening transforms the way you approach life. It's not just a skill, it's a mindset, a commitment to being fully present and engaged in your interactions. This presence strengthens your relationships, enhances your understanding, and fosters personal growth in ways that ripple outward, creating positive change in every area of your life. As we carry this principle forward, let it be a reminder of the power of presence. Listening is more than hearing words. It's an act of connection, a bridge to deeper understanding. With this foundation, we move into the next layer of mastery, eliminating distractions like gossip and negativity to channel your energy into meaningful growth. Active listening builds trust, empathy, and self-awareness, transforming not just how you connect with others, but how you grow within yourself. However, while active listening enriches relationships, avoiding gossip safeguards your integrity and focus. Gossip, though often disguised as harmless conversation, can erode trust, pollute relationships, and distract you from your personal journey. Choosing not to participate in it is a profound act of discipline and self-respect. Gossip thrives on judgment, speculation, and negativity. Engaging in it shifts your focus away from your own growth and diverts it toward analyzing and critiquing others. This habit breeds a false sense of superiority, as tearing others down momentarily boosts the ego. But this fleeting satisfaction does nothing to improve your character or your life. Refraining from gossip allows you to reclaim that energy, directing it toward meaningful pursuits that contribute to your personal growth. The Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control is especially relevant here. You cannot control others' actions or lives, but you can control how you respond to them. Gossip falls entirely outside your sphere of control. Engaging in it wastes time and energy that could be better spent reflecting on your own journey. By choosing not to participate, you align your actions with your values and reinforce habits of mindfulness and self-discipline. Avoiding gossip also strengthens your relationships. People naturally gravitate toward those who exude trustworthiness, and avoiding gossip is a clear way to build that trust. When others know that you won't speak negatively about them behind their backs, they feel safer and more valued in your presence. This respect fosters deeper, more meaningful connections, as people recognize your commitment to integrity and positivity. There's also a profound sense of freedom in stepping away from gossip. It liberates you from the negativity and judgment that often accompany these conversations. Gossip perpetuates a cycle of comparison and criticism, which can cloud your perspective and drain your emotional energy. By choosing to disengage, you protect your mental and emotional well-being, creating space for positivity and growth. Resisting the urge to gossip encourages empathy. Instead of passing judgment, you begin to approach others with curiosity and understanding. You realize that everyone is navigating their own challenges, and their struggles deserve compassion rather than criticism. This shift in perspective not only enhances your relationships, but also fosters humility and self-awareness, deepening your understanding of both yourself and others. Another significant benefit of avoiding gossip is the clarity it brings to your own goals. Gossip serves as a distraction, pulling your focus away from your priorities. When you choose not to engage, you remain centered on your journey, free from the noise of others' lives. This clarity amplifies your productivity, as your energy is directed toward meaningful endeavors rather than idle chatter. Refraining from gossip also reinforces accountability. When you focus on your own actions rather than critiquing others, you naturally become more mindful of your choices. This self-awareness encourages growth and fosters a sense of ownership over your life. You begin to see challenges as opportunities for self-improvement rather than excuses to judge others. This perspective not only enhances your character, but also strengthens your resilience. Avoiding gossip is a practice in humility. Gossip often stems from a desire to feel superior, to elevate oneself by pointing out others' flaws. Humility, on the other hand, acknowledges that everyone is imperfect and deserving of grace. By refraining from gossip, you embody this humility, recognizing that judgment serves no constructive purpose. This mindset fosters kindness and patience, both of which enhance your relationships and contribute to a life of integrity. Choosing not to engage in gossip also establishes boundaries. It signals to others that you value meaningful conversations and won't entertain negativity. These boundaries protect your mental and emotional energy, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Over time, this choice influences those around you, encouraging them to adopt a more positive and respectful approach to their interactions. When you avoid gossip, you sharpen your focus. Without the distraction of irrelevant conversations, you have more time and energy to dedicate to your own growth. This focus creates momentum, as each step forward reinforces your commitment to living intentionally. It's a reminder that every moment spent on gossip is a moment taken away from building the life you want. Elevating your conversations by avoiding gossip also deepens the quality of your relationships. When discussions are centered on values, ideas, and shared experiences, they become sources of inspiration and growth. This shift transforms your interactions into opportunities for learning and connection, enriching both your life and the lives of those around you. The act of avoiding gossip teaches you the value of silence. Not every thought or observation needs to be voiced, and practicing restraint strengthens your self-control. This discipline ensures that your words align with your values, contributing positively to your relationships and preserving your integrity. Stepping away from gossip enhances your reputation. People are drawn to those who exude integrity and positivity. When you avoid gossip, you become known as someone who uplifts others rather than tearing them down. This reputation not only strengthens your relationships, but also opens doors to opportunities that align with your character and values. Avoiding gossip deepens your self-respect. Choosing not to engage in negativity affirms your commitment to living with integrity and focusing on your own growth. This commitment fosters confidence as you recognize the power of your choices and the impact they have on your life and the lives of those around you. Self-respect becomes a cornerstone of your journey, guiding your actions and interactions toward a greater sense of purpose. This practice also enhances your emotional well-being. Gossip perpetuates judgment and comparison, which can weigh heavily on your mind. Choosing to disengage from these conversations creates a sense of peace and clarity, allowing you to focus on thoughts and interactions that uplift and inspire. This shift lightens your emotional load, creating space for joy and growth. Refraining from gossip is a step toward living intentionally. It's a decision to prioritize growth, connection, and integrity over fleeting moments of distraction or superiority. This intentionality permeates every aspect of your life, guiding your actions and interactions toward a greater sense of purpose. It's a reminder that your words and thoughts hold power, and using them wisely can transform your life and the lives of those around you. Choosing to avoid gossip liberates your mind and protects your energy, allowing you to focus on personal growth and meaningful connections. But even as you strive for progress, life's uncertainties and challenges often come without warning, shaking the foundation of your plans. How you respond to these moments defines your resilience. Radical acceptance, the practice of embracing what you cannot control, is a powerful tool that transforms adversity into a source of strength. It is not surrender, it is clarity. By accepting reality as it is, you free yourself from the struggle against what cannot be changed and empower yourself to act on what you can. Life constantly throws unexpected events your way, some big, some small, but all have the potential to disrupt your peace. When you resist these events, you waste energy wishing they were different, questioning why they happened, or blaming others for their occurrence. This resistance creates unnecessary tension, prolonging your suffering. Radical acceptance, on the other hand, allows you to confront reality without judgment. It's about acknowledging what is, not what you wish it to be. And in doing so, you reclaim the mental and emotional energy spent on resistance. Accepting reality doesn't mean you agree with it or condone it. It simply means recognizing that some things are beyond your control. This recognition brings a sense of freedom. When you stop fighting the inevitable, you create space to focus on solutions and forward momentum. Instead of feeling trapped by circumstances, you begin to see opportunities within them, no matter how small. Acceptance doesn't make challenges disappear, but it changes how you experience them, shifting your perspective from helplessness to empowerment. Radical acceptance strengthens your resilience by fostering emotional balance. When you accept a situation, you release the grip of emotions like anger, frustration, or despair. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It means acknowledging them without letting them dictate your actions. Acceptance creates a buffer between your emotions and your responses, allowing you to approach challenges with clarity and composure. This emotional equilibrium becomes a powerful anchor in turbulent times. This practice also deepens your self-awareness. Acceptance requires you to confront uncomfortable truths about your circumstances and yourself. It invites you to examine your expectations, assumptions, and biases, helping you understand how they shape your reactions. This self-reflection fosters growth as you learn to let go of unhelpful patterns and embrace a mindset that prioritizes action over resistance. The process of acceptance is not easy, but it is transformative, offering lessons that strengthen your character and expand your perspective. Radical acceptance also teaches you to separate what you can control from what you cannot. Many people expend energy on things they cannot influence, leaving them drained and frustrated. By focusing only on what is within your power, you direct your efforts toward meaningful actions. This shift not only improves your effectiveness, but also reinforces your sense of agency, reminding you that while you can't control everything, you always have the ability to choose how you respond. Embracing what you can't control cultivates patience. Some challenges take time to resolve, and radical acceptance helps you navigate this waiting period with grace. Instead of rushing to fix what cannot be fixed immediately, you learn to coexist with uncertainty and trust in your ability to adapt. This patience doesn't mean passivity. It means recognizing that growth often happens in the space between acceptance and action. Another benefit of radical acceptance is its ability to reduce anxiety. Much of our worry stems from trying to predict or control the future. Acceptance shifts your focus back to the present moment, grounding you in what is rather than what might be. This presence not only calms your mind, but also enhances your ability to make thoughtful decisions. When you're no longer consumed by hypothetical scenarios, you can approach challenges with a clear head and a steady heart. Acceptance also fosters compassion, both for yourself and others. When you accept your circumstances, you acknowledge your humanity, the fact that life is messy, unpredictable, and often out of your hands. This acknowledgement softens self-judgment, allowing you to approach your struggles with kindness rather than criticism. It also extends to others, as acceptance helps you see their actions and choices through a lens of understanding rather than blame. Compassion becomes a bridge that connects you to those around you, even in difficult times. Radical acceptance doesn't just change how you respond to challenges, it changes how you perceive them. Instead of viewing obstacles as barriers, you begin to see them as opportunities for growth. This mindset shift doesn't minimize the difficulty of challenges, but reframes them as part of your journey. Each challenge becomes a lesson, each setback a chance to build resilience. Over time, this perspective transforms even the most trying circumstances into stepping stones toward a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Practicing acceptance also enhances your adaptability. When you let go of rigid expectations, you become more open to alternative paths and solutions. This flexibility allows you to pivot when circumstances change, turning setbacks into opportunities for creativity and innovation. The ability to adapt is one of the most valuable skills you can cultivate, and it begins with accepting the reality of your situation. Acceptance is also a practice in humility. It reminds you that no matter how much you plan or prepare, there will always be factors beyond your control. This realization doesn't diminish your power. It enhances it, as it shifts your focus from trying to control the uncontrollable to mastering yourself. Humility grounds you, keeping your perspective clear and your actions aligned with what truly matters. Radical acceptance also brings a sense of peace. By releasing the need to control everything, you free yourself from the constant tension of trying to force outcomes. This peace doesn't come from passivity, but from the clarity of knowing what is within your power and what is not. It's a calm that arises from the confidence that you can navigate whatever comes your way, no matter how uncertain or challenging it may be. This practice also aligns with the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature. Life is full of uncertainties, and resisting them only creates unnecessary suffering. By accepting the natural flow of events, you harmonize with reality rather than fighting against it. This harmony doesn't mean resignation, it means working with the world as it is, finding strength in its rhythms and resilience in its unpredictability. Radical acceptance enhances your relationships as well. When you accept others as they are, without trying to change or control them, you create space for genuine connection. Acceptance fosters trust, as it shows others that they are valued for who they are, rather than who you think they should be. This trust deepens relationships, creating bonds that are resilient to differences and disagreements. This practice also deepens your gratitude. Acceptance helps you focus on what you have rather than what you lack. It shifts your perspective from what's missing to what's present, fostering a sense of appreciation for the people, opportunities, and moments that enrich your life. Gratitude, in turn, enhances your resilience, as it reminds you of the resources and support you can draw upon in challenging times. Radical acceptance is a choice, a deliberate decision to face reality with courage and clarity. It's not about giving up, it's about letting go of the struggle against what cannot be changed and redirecting your energy toward what can. This shift transforms not only how you approach challenges, but also how you live your life, empowering you to move forward with purpose, strength, and unwavering resilience. Radical acceptance teaches you to embrace reality as it is, freeing your energy to focus on what can be changed and fostering resilience in the face of life's challenges. But acceptance alone is not enough to navigate the emotional storms that inevitably arise. True strength comes from mastering emotional detachment, a practice that enables you to let go of what doesn't serve you, stay composed under pressure, and maintain your peace amidst the chaos. Letting go is not weakness. It is a profound expression of self-control and inner power. Emotional detachment doesn't mean apathy or a lack of care. It is about creating space between your feelings and your reactions. When you're emotionally detached, you acknowledge your emotions without being ruled by them. This ability to step back allows you to assess situations objectively, reducing the risk of acting impulsively or irrationally. Detachment is like a shield that protects you from the emotional noise of external events, allowing you to remain centered and clear-headed. One of the most significant benefits of emotional detachment is the freedom it provides from the opinions of others. Criticism, whether constructive or harsh, often triggers defensiveness or self-doubt. When you practice detachment, you learn to separate your sense of self-worth from external feedback. You recognize that others' opinions reflect their perspectives, not your value. This perspective empowers you to consider feedback thoughtfully without internalizing negativity. Emotional detachment also strengthens your ability to handle conflict. Arguments and disagreements often escalate because emotions take control, clouding judgment and fueling defensiveness. By maintaining detachment, you approach conflicts with a calm and composed demeanor, focusing on solutions rather than blame. This ability to remain level-headed not only resolves conflicts more effectively, but also enhances your reputation as someone who can be trusted to navigate difficult conversations with grace. Letting go also reduces the burden of holding on to past hurts. Resentment, anger, and regret can weigh heavily on your mind, consuming energy that could be directed toward growth and healing. Detachment helps you release these emotions, not by ignoring them, but by recognizing that clinging to them serves no purpose. This release creates space for peace, clarity, and forward momentum, allowing you to reclaim your energy and focus. Another profound aspect of emotional detachment is its role in managing expectations. Much of the disappointment and frustration people experience stems from unmet expectations of themselves, others, or situations. Detachment teaches you to approach life with openness rather than rigid expectations. This doesn't mean lowering your standards. It means embracing flexibility and adaptability. When you let go of the need for control, you reduce the impact of disappointment and increase your ability to find opportunities in unexpected outcomes. Emotional detachment also enhances your decision-making. When emotions run high, they can cloud your judgment and lead to choices driven by fear, anger, or desire, rather than logic and values. Detachment creates the mental clarity needed to evaluate options objectively, ensuring that your decisions align with your long-term goals and principles. This clarity not only improves the quality of your choices, but also builds confidence in your ability to navigate complex situations. In relationships, emotional detachment fosters healthier dynamics. Clinging to expectations or becoming overly invested in controlling outcomes can create tension and conflict. Detachment allows you to engage with others from a place of respect and understanding rather than neediness or fear. This approach strengthens trust and authenticity, as it demonstrates that your connection is based on mutual respect rather than dependency. Detachment also protects your energy from unnecessary stress. Life is filled with external factors that can trigger emotional reactions: traffic, deadlines, misunderstandings. By practicing detachment, you learn to distinguish between what truly matters and what doesn't. This discernment allows you to conserve your energy for the things that align with your values, reducing the impact of minor frustrations and distractions. Letting go also fosters inner peace. When you're not weighed down by emotional baggage or the need to control every outcome, you experience a sense of lightness and freedom. This peace doesn't come from avoiding challenges, but from approaching them with a clear and steady mind. Detachment is not about escaping life's difficulties. It's about engaging with them in a way that preserves your inner balance. Another benefit of emotional detachment is the resilience it builds. Life's challenges often test your emotional stability, but detachment equips you to face them with strength and composure. When you're not emotionally entangled in the ups and downs of external events, you're better able to adapt and persevere. Resilience becomes a natural byproduct of your ability to let go, as you're no longer weighed down by the emotional turbulence that often accompanies adversity. Detachment also deepens your self-awareness. By stepping back from your emotions, you gain a clearer understanding of what triggers them and why. This insight allows you to identify patterns in your thoughts and behaviors, empowering you to make intentional changes that align with your goals. Self-awareness is the foundation of personal growth, and detachment creates the space needed for this growth to occur. Emotional detachment also enhances your ability to be present. When you let go of past regrets and future anxieties, you free yourself to fully engage with the moment at hand. This presence enriches your experiences, allowing you to savor life's joys and navigate its challenges with greater mindfulness. Detachment is not about withdrawing from life. It's about engaging with it more fully by freeing yourself from unnecessary burdens. In addition to its personal benefits, emotional detachment has a profound impact on how others perceive and interact with you. People are drawn to those who remain calm and composed under pressure, as it creates a sense of stability and trust. Your ability to detach from emotional reactivity inspires confidence, making you a source of reassurance and strength in challenging situations. Detachment also fosters compassion. When you're not consumed by your own emotions, you're better able to empathize with others and offer support. This compassion is grounded in clarity, as detachment allows you to see situations from multiple perspectives without becoming overwhelmed. It's a reminder that letting go of your emotional baggage creates space to help others carry theirs. Practicing emotional detachment requires discipline and self-awareness. It's not about suppressing or denying your emotions. It's about acknowledging them without letting them take control. This practice begins with small steps, such as pausing before reacting, reflecting on your triggers, and reminding yourself of what truly matters. Over time, these habits build a foundation of detachment that strengthens every aspect of your life. Detachment is ultimately about freedom, the freedom to live authentically, unburdened by the weight of unnecessary emotions and attachments. It's a skill that allows you to face life's challenges with strength and grace, knowing that your peace of mind is within your control. By letting go, you don't lose. You gain the clarity, resilience, and composure needed to navigate life with purpose and power. Letting go through emotional detachment creates clarity and stability, empowering you to approach challenges with strength and focus. But detachment alone doesn't guarantee wise action. To truly navigate life with purpose and precision, patience must take the lead over impulsivity. It's patience that separates rash decisions from deliberate ones, aligning your choices with a vision that endures beyond fleeting emotions or temporary circumstances. The Stoic path embraces patience as a key to strategic decision-making, allowing you to weigh options carefully and act in harmony with your long-term goals. In a fast-paced world, impulsivity often masquerades as decisiveness. Acting quickly can feel empowering, but when decisions are made without thoughtful consideration, the consequences can derail progress. Patience, on the other hand, ensures that every choice is deliberate and grounded in reason. It slows the rush to react, creating space to evaluate outcomes, understand motives, and anticipate challenges. This deliberation doesn't delay action, it refines it, ensuring that when you act, your decisions carry purpose and impact. Patience is not passive waiting, it's active restraint. It requires discipline to pause, assess, and resist the pull of immediate gratification. When you choose patience, you prioritize lasting value over short-term rewards. This mindset protects you from making decisions that may feel good in the moment, but ultimately lead to regret or setbacks. It also reinforces self-control, a cornerstone of Stoic practice, reminding you that true power lies in governing your impulses rather than being governed by them. The ability to delay gratification is one of the greatest strengths of patience. Many opportunities in life come with an element of temptation, the urge to seize immediate rewards at the expense of long-term benefits. Patience helps you recognize these temptations for what they are, distractions from your higher purpose. By resisting them, you build the endurance needed to stay the course, even when the path is challenging or uncertain. This endurance is not about denying joy. It's about ensuring that the joy you pursue aligns with your values and vision. Patience also sharpens your perception. When you're not rushing to act, you notice details that others might overlook. This heightened awareness allows you to make more informed decisions, as you have the time to gather information, weigh alternatives, and consider potential consequences. Patience turns observation into insight, transforming surface-level understanding into a deeper comprehension of the situation at hand. This clarity is a powerful advantage in any decision-making process. In relationships, patience strengthens connections by fostering understanding and empathy. Impulsive reactions often escalate conflicts, while patience allows you to pause and respond thoughtfully. This approach not only resolves disagreements more effectively, but also deepens trust, as others see your commitment to maintaining harmony and mutual respect. Patience is a silent act of care, showing that you value the relationship enough to approach it with intention rather than haste. Patience also protects your energy. Acting impulsively often leads to mistakes that require time and effort to correct. By practicing patience, you reduce the likelihood of missteps, conserving your energy for actions that truly matter. This efficiency extends beyond individual decisions, influencing how you approach your goals and responsibilities. Patience allows you to work smarter, not harder, by ensuring that your efforts are aligned with well-considered priorities. Another profound benefit of patience is its ability to reduce stress. Impulsivity often stems from a sense of urgency, a belief that action must be taken immediately to prevent negative outcomes. Patience challenges this belief, reminding you that most decisions benefit from careful thought and timing. This perspective eases the pressure to act, replacing it with a sense of calm confidence in your ability to make wise choices. Stress diminishes as you trust the process of deliberation, knowing that patience leads to clarity. Patience also enhances your ability to learn from experience. When you approach decisions thoughtfully, you create opportunities to reflect on what has worked in the past and what hasn't. This reflection transforms mistakes into lessons and successes into strategies, building a foundation of wisdom that informs future choices. Impulsivity, by contrast, often skips this step, leading to repeated errors and missed opportunities for growth. Patience ensures that every decision becomes a stepping stone toward greater understanding. In professional settings, patience is a hallmark of strong leadership. Leaders who act impulsively risk undermining their credibility, while those who practice patience inspire trust and respect. Patience allows leaders to listen to diverse perspectives, evaluate options thoroughly, and communicate decisions with clarity. This approach not only strengthens their effectiveness, but also fosters a culture of thoughtfulness and collaboration within their teams. Patience is also a key to resilience. Life is filled with challenges that test your ability to stay focused and committed. Impulsivity often leads to burnout, as it prioritizes immediate action over sustainable effort. Patience, on the other hand, helps you pace yourself, conserving energy and maintaining motivation for the long haul. This resilience is not about avoiding challenges, but about approaching them with the steadiness needed to persevere. The practice of patience also cultivates humility. It reminds you that wisdom takes time, that not every answer will come immediately, and that some outcomes are beyond your control. This humility fosters a sense of openness, encouraging you to seek guidance, learn from others, and adapt as needed. Patience becomes a bridge between your aspirations and reality, allowing you to navigate the space between the two with grace. Patience transforms the way you approach setbacks. Impulsivity often magnifies failures, as it leads to rash decisions that compound mistakes. Patience, by contrast, allows you to pause, assess, and respond thoughtfully, minimizing the impact of setbacks and turning them into opportunities for growth. This perspective shifts your focus from what went wrong to what can be learned, fostering a mindset of resilience and adaptability. Patience also aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control. While you cannot control external circumstances, you can control how you respond to them. Patience ensures that your responses are measured and intentional, reflecting your values rather than your impulses. This control empowers you to navigate challenges with confidence, knowing that your decisions are grounded in reason and purpose. The ability to practice patience also enhances your creativity. When you're not rushing to act, you create space for new ideas and perspectives to emerge. This openness allows you to explore alternatives, innovate solutions, and approach challenges with a fresh mindset. Patience turns obstacles into opportunities for creative problem-solving, unlocking possibilities that impulsivity might overlook. At its core, Patience is an act of self-respect. It demonstrates that your goals, values, and well-being are worth the time and effort required for thoughtful decision-making. By prioritizing patience over impulsivity, you affirm your commitment to living intentionally, ensuring that your actions align with your vision for the future. This alignment creates a sense of fulfillment that transcends fleeting satisfaction, grounding you in a deeper purpose. Patience is not a passive quality. It is an active choice that requires discipline, awareness, and intention. It is the steady hand that guides you through life's uncertainties, the anchor that keeps you grounded in the face of pressure, and the lens that clarifies your path forward. By embracing patience, you cultivate the strength, wisdom, and clarity needed to navigate life with purpose and precision, ensuring that every decision you make moves you closer to the life you seek to create. Patience teaches you to resist impulsivity, allowing your decisions to align with a long-term vision and thoughtful intention. But as you move through life with this deliberation, it becomes clear that the most profound rewards don't come from recognition or applause. True fulfillment arises when you focus on the process itself, when the effort, growth, and discipline involved in your journey become more meaningful than the accolades at the end. This shift in perspective not only liberates you from the need for external validation, but also fosters a deeper connection to the work that truly matters. When you place value on the process rather than the outcome, you free yourself from the constant pressure to perform for others. Recognition, while often satisfying in the moment, is fleeting and dependent on factors beyond your control. By centering your efforts on the intrinsic satisfaction of growth and progress, you build a foundation of fulfillment that doesn't rely on external approval. This internal focus is empowering, as it shifts the source of your motivation to something that is entirely within your grasp. Focusing on the process also enhances your resilience. When your efforts are tied to external recognition, setbacks can feel devastating, as they may be perceived as failures in the eyes of others. However, when you value the journey itself, challenges become part of the process rather than roadblocks to success. This perspective enables you to navigate obstacles with greater ease, as each difficulty is seen as an opportunity for learning and improvement. Resilience grows naturally when your sense of worth isn't tied to others' opinions. This approach also cultivates consistency. When recognition is your goal, motivation can waver depending on how much acknowledgement you receive. Focusing on the process eliminates this dependency, as your drive comes from within. The effort itself becomes the reward, creating a sense of purpose and satisfaction that sustains you through both highs and lows. Consistency becomes a natural byproduct of this internal motivation, reinforcing habits that support long-term success. Another profound benefit of valuing the process is the depth of mastery it fosters. When you're not rushing to achieve a specific result, you allow yourself the time and space to fully engage with your work. This engagement leads to deeper understanding, greater skill, and a more meaningful connection to what you do. Mastery is not about reaching a finish line, it's about the continuous pursuit of excellence, a pursuit that is only possible when the process itself is prioritized. Focusing on effort rather than recognition also enhances your creativity. External validation often comes with expectations or standards that can stifle originality. When your focus is on the process, you're free to explore, experiment, and take risks without fear of judgment. This freedom allows your creativity to flourish, leading to breakthroughs and innovations that might not have been possible if you were solely focused on pleasing others. This perspective also strengthens your relationships. When you're not seeking recognition, you're less likely to compare yourself to others or compete for attention. Instead, you can celebrate others' successes and offer genuine support, fostering connections that are built on mutual respect rather than rivalry. This shift creates a sense of community and collaboration as your focus moves away from comparison and toward shared growth. Focusing on the process aligns with the principle of living in the present. Recognition often pulls your attention toward the future, creating a sense of urgency to achieve something that lies ahead. By valuing the process, you ground yourself in the here and now, fully experiencing the effort, growth, and moments that make up your journey. This presence not only enriches your experiences, but also reduces the stress and anxiety that come with constantly chasing external approval. This mindset also deepens your sense of purpose. When your efforts are motivated by recognition, your purpose can feel shallow or dependent on others' expectations. Valuing the process allows you to connect with the deeper meaning behind your actions, aligning your work with your values and passions. This alignment creates a sense of fulfillment that transcends external rewards, as your efforts become a reflection of who you are and what you stand for. The practice of focusing on the process also builds self-awareness. By engaging fully with your efforts, you gain a clearer understanding of your strengths, weaknesses, and areas for growth. This awareness enables you to refine your approach, enhancing both your performance and your connection to your work. Self-awareness becomes a source of empowerment as it allows you to approach challenges with confidence and adaptability. When you prioritize the process, you also cultivate gratitude. Each step of the journey becomes an opportunity to appreciate the progress you've made, the lessons you've learned, and the effort you've invested. This gratitude fosters a sense of contentment as you recognize the value of the present moment rather than constantly striving for something beyond your reach. Gratitude becomes a powerful motivator as it reminds you of the richness that lies within the journey itself. Valuing effort over recognition also strengthens your sense of integrity. When your actions are guided by internal principles rather than external expectations, you're more likely to stay true to yourself and your values. This integrity creates a sense of alignment between who you are and what you do, fostering a sense of authenticity that resonates in every aspect of your life. This approach also reduces the fear of failure. When recognition is your goal, failure can feel catastrophic as it threatens your sense of worth in the eyes of others. Focusing on the process reframes failure as a natural and valuable part of growth. Each misstep becomes a lesson, each setback an opportunity to refine your approach. This perspective not only builds resilience, but also encourages risk-taking and innovation, as you're no longer paralyzed by the fear of falling short. Focusing on effort also enhances your relationships with yourself. When you're not constantly seeking validation, you're free to appreciate your own progress and achievements without comparison. This self-appreciation fosters confidence and self-compassion, creating a healthier and more empowering inner dialogue. You become your own source of encouragement, relying less on others to affirm your worth. This mindset also promotes long-term fulfillment. Recognition is often fleeting, leaving you chasing the next milestone or approval. The process, however, is ongoing, offering continuous opportunities for growth, discovery, and satisfaction. By valuing the journey, you create a sense of fulfillment that endures, as it's rooted in the intrinsic rewards of effort and progress, rather than the external rewards of recognition. At its core, focusing on the process is an act of liberation. It frees you from the pressure to perform for others and allows you to pursue your goals with authenticity and intention. It shifts your focus from what others think to what truly matters: your growth, your values, and the joy of the journey itself. This liberation doesn't just change how you approach your work. It transforms how you approach life, creating a sense of purpose and fulfillment that no external reward can match. Focusing on the process over recognition liberates you from external validation, allowing you to find fulfillment in your own effort and growth. But even when you value the journey, life often tests your resolve by exposing you to the judgments and opinions of others. To remain steady in the face of criticism and expectation, you need something unshakable: inner validation. This is the foundation of confidence that cannot be eroded by external opinions. It is the quiet assurance that comes from knowing your worth is defined by your values, actions, and beliefs, not the shifting views of the world around you. Inner validation begins with a profound understanding of yourself. When you know your strengths, weaknesses, and what you stand for, you cultivate an internal compass that guides your actions and decisions. This self-awareness becomes a powerful shield against the noise of external judgments, as you no longer look outward for approval. Instead, your actions are rooted in what aligns with your values and goals, creating a sense of authenticity that no external criticism can undermine. This sense of authenticity fosters confidence. When you rely on inner validation, you approach life with the assurance that your worth is not up for debate. Criticism may still sting, but it does not destabilize you because it doesn't define you. This strength allows you to respond to feedback thoughtfully rather than defensively, taking what is constructive and leaving behind what is unnecessary. Inner validation shifts your focus from proving yourself to others to improving yourself for your own growth. One of the most significant benefits of inner validation is the freedom it provides. The need for external approval often leads to people-pleasing behaviors that compromise your values or priorities. When you validate yourself, you free yourself from the pressure to conform or seek acceptance. This freedom allows you to make decisions that align with your true self, even when they go against the expectations of others. It's a form of self-respect that empowers you to live authentically and unapologetically. Inner validation also strengthens your ability to handle rejection. External judgments often feel like personal failures, but when your confidence comes from within, you see rejection as a reflection of circumstances rather than your worth. This perspective allows you to move forward with resilience, learning from the experience without internalizing the negative emotions often associated with rejection. It becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, reinforcing your belief in your own potential. Relying on your internal compass also enhances your decision-making. When you're not swayed by external opinions, you can evaluate choices based on what aligns with your values and long-term vision. This clarity ensures that your decisions are thoughtful and intentional, reflecting your true priorities rather than the fleeting expectations of others. This alignment creates a sense of purpose and direction that keeps you grounded, even when external circumstances are uncertain. Inner validation also deepens your relationships. When you're not seeking approval, your interactions become more genuine and less transactional. You approach others with authenticity, offering support and connection without expecting anything in return. This shift creates stronger, more meaningful relationships as people are drawn to your confidence and sincerity. It also reduces the strain that often comes from trying to maintain appearances or meet unrealistic expectations. This internal focus also fosters creativity and innovation. The fear of judgment can stifle new ideas, leading to hesitation or conformity. When you rely on inner validation, you create a safe space for exploration and experimentation, free from the constraints of external criticism. This freedom allows you to take risks and pursue bold ideas, knowing that your worth is not tied to the outcome. It's a mindset that encourages growth and discovery, as you're no longer held back by fear of failure or rejection. Inner validation also builds emotional resilience. The opinions of others can be unpredictable and inconsistent, creating a roller coaster of emotions for those who rely on external validation. When your confidence comes from within, you maintain a steady sense of self-worth, regardless of how others perceive you. This stability allows you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace, as your inner strength remains constant even when external circumstances are challenging. Another benefit of inner validation is the clarity it brings to your priorities. When you're not trying to impress others, you can focus on what truly matters to you. This clarity helps you set boundaries, say no to distractions, and invest your energy in the people and activities that align with your goals. It's a form of self-care that ensures your time and resources are spent on what enriches your life rather than what pleases others. This practice also encourages self-compassion. When you rely on external validation, mistakes or failures can feel devastating as they threaten your sense of worth. Inner validation, by contrast, allows you to approach setbacks with kindness and understanding. You recognize that your worth isn't diminished by your imperfections, and you use challenges as opportunities to grow rather than as reasons to criticize yourself. This self-compassion fosters a healthier relationship with yourself, creating a foundation of confidence that is both enduring and empowering. Inner validation also enhances your ability to set and achieve meaningful goals. When your confidence comes from within, you're less likely to be distracted by trends or comparisons. You can focus on what genuinely excites and inspires you, pursuing goals that reflect your passions and values. This alignment ensures that your achievements are fulfilling, as they're rooted in your own aspirations rather than external expectations. This approach also reduces stress and anxiety. The constant need for approval can be exhausting, creating a sense of pressure to meet others' standards. Inner validation alleviates this pressure, as you no longer feel the need to prove yourself or seek recognition. This peace of mind allows you to approach life with greater ease, knowing that your worth is not contingent on others' opinions. Relying on your internal compass also fosters independence. When you validate yourself, you become less reliant on external validation to guide your actions or decisions. This independence empowers you to trust your instincts and take ownership of your choices, creating a sense of autonomy that enhances your confidence and resilience. It's a reminder that true strength comes from within, not from the approval of others. Inner validation also encourages authenticity. When you're not trying to fit into others' expectations, you can fully embrace who you are. This authenticity creates a sense of freedom and joy, as you're no longer burdened by the need to conform or hide your true self. It also inspires others, as your confidence and sincerity serve as a powerful example of what it means to live authentically. At its core, inner validation is about reclaiming your power. It's a choice to define your worth on your own terms, rather than letting it be dictated by external opinions. This choice doesn't just change how you view yourself, It transforms how you approach life, creating a foundation of confidence, resilience, and fulfillment that is unshakable. By relying on your internal compass, you become unstoppable, not because others believe in you, but because you believe in yourself. Inner validation teaches you to define your worth from within, unshaken by the fluctuating judgments of others. Yet, even with a strong internal compass, the world often tempts you to seek approval. The pull to be liked, praised, or accepted can be subtle but powerful, steering your focus away from authenticity and inner peace. Resisting the need for approval is not just a Stoic practice, but a declaration of freedom. It allows you to reclaim your energy, strengthen your resolve, and live in alignment with your values, untouched by the opinions of others. Seeking approval can become a trap, keeping you tethered to expectations that may not align with your own desires or beliefs. When you rely on others for validation, your sense of self-worth fluctuates with their perceptions. This dependency can lead to a life spent chasing acceptance, sacrificing authenticity and inner peace in the process. Resisting this urge is an act of liberation, freeing you to live according to your own standards, rather than the ever-changing opinions of the outside world. Breaking free from the need for approval doesn't mean ignoring others entirely. It means placing your value in your principles, actions, and growth, rather than external applause. Approval often leads to overthinking and second-guessing your decisions as you worry about how they'll be received. When you let go of this need, you approach life with clarity and confidence, trusting your own judgment instead of waiting for validation from others. This freedom allows you to focus on what truly matters. Seeking approval often leads to prioritizing appearances over substance, choosing paths that seem impressive rather than those that genuinely resonate with you. By resisting the need for approval, you can align your actions with your values and goals, creating a life of purpose and authenticity. This alignment brings a sense of fulfillment that no amount of external validation can replicate. Resisting approval also builds resilience. Criticism and rejection are inevitable, but when your confidence comes from within, these external judgments lose their power. Instead of viewing criticism as a threat to your self-worth, you see it as feedback that can be evaluated and, if helpful, used for growth. This perspective shields you from the emotional turmoil often caused by the opinions of others, allowing you to remain composed and focused on your path. When you no longer seek approval, you gain the courage to take risks. The fear of judgment often holds people back, keeping them confined to safe but unfulfilling choices. Resisting the need for approval gives you the confidence to pursue bold ideas and opportunities, knowing that your worth isn't tied to the outcome. This courage not only expands your horizons, but also deepens your sense of self-trust, as you prove to yourself that you can navigate challenges without relying on external validation. This practice also enhances your relationships. Seeking approval often leads to inauthentic interactions, as you prioritize pleasing others over being yourself. When you let go of this need, you can approach relationships with honesty and openness, building connections based on mutual respect rather than performance. This authenticity creates deeper and more meaningful relationships, as people are drawn to the real you, rather than a version molded by their expectations. Resisting the need for approval also sharpens your decision-making. When your choices are influenced by others' opinions, you risk compromising your values or goals to gain acceptance. By focusing on your own standards, you can make decisions with clarity and intention, ensuring that your actions reflect who you truly are. This focus not only enhances your confidence, but also strengthens your sense of purpose, as every choice becomes a step toward the life you want to create. Letting go of the need for approval also cultivates emotional independence. When your self-worth is tied to others' opinions, you become vulnerable to their moods, judgments, and biases. Resisting this dependency empowers you to remain steady and self-assured, regardless of how others perceive you. This emotional independence is a form of strength that allows you to navigate life's challenges with resilience and composure. This practice also encourages self-reflection. When you no longer seek approval, you can focus on your own growth and progress rather than constantly comparing yourself to others. This shift fosters a sense of self-awareness as you evaluate your actions based on your own standards rather than external praise or criticism. Self-reflection becomes a tool for growth, guiding you toward decisions and behaviors that align with your values and aspirations. Resisting approval also aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control. You cannot control how others perceive you, but you can control how you perceive yourself. By prioritizing your own evaluation of your actions, you free yourself from the unpredictable and often irrational judgments of others. This focus brings clarity and peace, as you no longer waste energy trying to influence perceptions beyond your control. This freedom allows you to embrace failure as part of the process. The fear of failure often stems from the fear of losing approval, but when you no longer seek validation, failure becomes a lesson rather than a judgment. This perspective fosters resilience and adaptability, as you're willing to take risks and learn from setbacks without being weighed down by the need to appear successful. Failure becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, reinforcing your belief in your ability to grow and improve. Resisting the need for approval also enhances your creativity. The pressure to gain acceptance can stifle originality, leading to safe but uninspired choices. When you let go of this need, you create space for bold ideas and authentic expression, free from the constraints of others' expectations. This freedom fosters innovation and discovery as you explore possibilities without fear of judgment or rejection. Another profound benefit of this practice is the confidence it builds. When you rely on your own validation, you develop a deep sense of trust in yourself. This trust becomes a foundation for confidence, allowing you to approach challenges, opportunities, and relationships with self-assurance. Confidence rooted in inner validation is unshakable, as it doesn't depend on the shifting opinions of others. Resisting approval also fosters humility. While this may seem counterintuitive, true humility comes from knowing your worth and not needing to prove it. Seeking approval often stems from insecurity, while letting go of this need reflects a quiet confidence that doesn't require external reinforcement. This humility creates a sense of balance as you recognize your value without feeling the need to constantly assert it. This practice also aligns with the principle of living authentically. When you're not seeking approval, you can fully embrace who you are without fear of judgment or rejection. This authenticity creates a sense of freedom and joy, as you're no longer burdened by the need to conform or perform. It also inspires others, as your confidence and sincerity set an example of what it means to live true to yourself. At its core, resisting the need for approval is about reclaiming your power. It's a choice to define your worth on your own terms, rather than letting it be dictated by the shifting and often superficial judgments of others. This choice doesn't just free you from the burden of seeking validation, It empowers you to live with purpose, authenticity, and unwavering inner resolve. By embracing this practice, you create a foundation of strength and freedom that transforms how you approach life and relationships, making you truly unstoppable. Letting go of the need for approval frees you to act with clarity and authenticity, guided by your own principles rather than the fleeting judgments of others. Yet, in moments of uncertainty and stress, the decisions you make define the course of your life more than any external perception ever could. This is where the virtue of prudence becomes essential, a steady compass that enables you to act wisely, even when the path forward is unclear. Prudence is not about overthinking or hesitation. It's about aligning your actions with reason, foresight, and integrity to navigate uncertainty with confidence and purpose. Uncertainty often triggers impulsive decisions, as the discomfort of the unknown drives a need for quick resolution. Prudence counters this instinct, teaching you to pause and evaluate before acting. This deliberate approach ensures that your choices are guided by rational analysis rather than emotional reaction. In moments of stress, when emotions can cloud judgment, prudence creates the clarity needed to see beyond immediate pressures and consider long-term implications. Acting with prudence begins with gathering information. Uncertainty often feels overwhelming because of the lack of clarity about the situation. By seeking out facts, understanding context, and considering perspectives, you create a foundation for informed decision-making. Prudence values knowledge over assumption, ensuring that your actions are based on reality rather than fear or speculation. This habit of seeking understanding fosters a sense of control, as knowledge empowers you to act with purpose even in unpredictable circumstances. Prudence also emphasizes the importance of weighing options. In times of uncertainty, it's easy to feel rushed into a decision, fearing that waiting might lead to missed opportunities or greater risks. Prudence teaches you to resist this pressure, taking the time to explore alternatives and evaluate their potential outcomes. This practice doesn't delay action, it refines it, ensuring that your choice is thoughtful and aligned with your goals. By considering multiple paths, you increase the likelihood of finding a solution that not only resolves the immediate issue, but also supports your long-term vision. One of the most significant aspects of prudence is its focus on alignment with values. Uncertainty often tests your principles, tempting you to compromise in the face of pressure. Prudence ensures that your decisions reflect your core beliefs, maintaining your integrity even when the path forward is unclear. This alignment creates a sense of stability and confidence, as you know that your actions are rooted in who you are rather than dictated by external circumstances. Prudence also fosters patience, a quality that is especially valuable in moments of stress. When uncertainty creates urgency, patience allows you to step back and assess the situation calmly. This pause not only reduces the risk of rash decisions, but also provides space for creative solutions to emerge. Patience is not passivity. It is the discipline to wait for the right moment to act, ensuring that your actions are both timely and effective. In addition to patience, prudence cultivates adaptability. Uncertainty often involves shifting variables and unexpected changes, requiring you to adjust your approach as new information becomes available. Prudence teaches you to remain flexible, viewing adaptability not as a compromise, but as a strength. This mindset enables you to pivot when necessary, turning challenges into opportunities and maintaining momentum even in the face of setbacks. Prudence also enhances your ability to anticipate consequences. In moments of stress, It's tempting to focus solely on immediate relief without considering the ripple effects of your actions. Prudence expands your perspective, encouraging you to think beyond the present moment and evaluate how your choices might impact the future. This foresight not only improves the quality of your decisions, but also reduces the likelihood of unintended consequences, creating a sense of stability and trust in your judgment. Acting with prudence also strengthens your relationships. Uncertainty and stress often create tension, leading to conflicts or misunderstandings. Prudence fosters empathy and understanding, as it encourages you to consider the perspectives and needs of others before acting. This approach not only resolves conflicts more effectively, but also builds trust and respect, as others see your commitment to thoughtful and considerate decision-making. Prudence also aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control. Uncertainty often magnifies the feeling of powerlessness, as so many factors lie beyond your influence. Prudence shifts your focus to what is within your sphere of control, your actions, choices, and responses. This focus creates a sense of empowerment, as you recognize that even in the face of uncertainty, you have the ability to act with intention and purpose. Another profound benefit of prudence is its ability to reduce stress. Uncertainty often leads to overthinking and worry as you grapple with the unknown. Prudence provides a framework for decision-making that reduces this mental strain, as it guides you through a process of evaluation and action. This clarity not only eases the burden of uncertainty, but also creates a sense of confidence and calm as you trust in your ability to navigate challenges wisely. Prudence also enhances your resilience. Acting wisely in times of uncertainty doesn't mean avoiding mistakes. It means learning from them. Prudence encourages reflection, allowing you to evaluate the outcomes of your decisions and adjust your approach as needed. This mindset fosters growth and adaptability as you use each experience, whether successful or challenging, as an opportunity to refine your judgment and strengthen your resolve. In professional settings, prudence is a hallmark of strong leadership. Leaders who act impulsively risk undermining trust and creating confusion, while those who practice prudence inspire confidence and respect. Prudence allows leaders to navigate uncertainty with clarity, communicating decisions effectively, and fostering a sense of stability within their teams. This approach not only enhances their credibility, but also creates a culture of thoughtful and intentional action. Prudence also fosters humility, as it reminds you of the limits of your knowledge and control. In moments of uncertainty, it's tempting to rely solely on your instincts or past experiences, but prudence encourages you to seek guidance and consider diverse perspectives. This humility creates a sense of openness and collaboration, as you recognize that wisdom often comes from listening and learning rather than acting in isolation. Prudence is not about perfection, it's about progress. Acting wisely in times of uncertainty doesn't mean having all the answers. It means making the best decision you can with the information and resources available. This mindset creates a sense of empowerment as you recognize that wisdom is a practice rather than a destination. Each decision, no matter the outcome, becomes a step toward greater understanding and growth. At its core, prudence is about alignment, aligning your actions with your values, your decisions with your goals, and your responses with the reality of the situation. This alignment creates a sense of harmony and purpose, even in the face of uncertainty. It transforms challenges into opportunities, setbacks into lessons, and uncertainty into a proving ground for your character and resolve. Prudence is not just a tool for navigating uncertainty. It's a way of living with intention and integrity. It's a reminder that even in the most unpredictable circumstances, you have the ability to act wisely and purposefully. By embracing this virtue, you create a foundation of confidence, clarity, and resilience that empowers you to face life's uncertainties with courage and grace. Prudence equips you to act wisely even in moments of uncertainty, aligning your actions with your values and fostering clarity amid challenges. But wisdom in decision-making is incomplete without the foresight to think beyond the immediate. The greatest strength lies in embracing the long game, a mindset that prioritizes sustainable growth over fleeting success. This Stoic vision of the future, grounded in patience and purpose, positions you far ahead of those who chase short-term gains. It is the art of investing in what lasts, rather than settling for what is easy or immediate. The pursuit of short-term gains often comes with a high cost. People sacrifice long-term stability for the illusion of quick success, chasing fleeting rewards that rarely bring lasting satisfaction. The long game, however, demands a different approach. It requires discipline, the ability to delay gratification, and a commitment to building something enduring. When you shift your focus from immediate outcomes to future possibilities, you unlock a resilience and clarity that transcends temporary challenges. Thinking long-term allows you to approach life with a sense of purpose. Every action, no matter how small, becomes a step toward your larger goals. This mindset prevents distractions as you prioritize what truly matters over what feels urgent in the moment. The long game gives your efforts direction, ensuring that your energy is spent on pursuits that align with your vision for the future. This approach also fosters patience. In a world that celebrates instant results, patience is a rare but powerful virtue. The long game teaches you to embrace the process, understanding that meaningful growth takes time. This patience is not passive waiting. It is active persistence, the steady commitment to your goals, even when progress feels slow. Patience in the long game builds endurance as you develop the strength to persevere through setbacks and delays without losing sight of your vision. The long game also enhances your ability to plan strategically. Short-term thinking often leads to impulsive decisions that prioritize immediate rewards over sustainable outcomes. When you focus on the future, you take a more thoughtful approach, considering how each decision impacts your long-term goals. This strategic mindset ensures that your actions are not just reactive, but intentional, creating a foundation for lasting success. Focusing on sustainable growth also reduces the pressure to compare yourself to others. When you're playing the long game, you recognize that everyone's journey is different, and progress is not measured by short-term achievements. This perspective allows you to celebrate your own milestones without feeling the need to compete or rush. The long game reminds you that true success is not about being the fastest, but about building something meaningful and enduring. The long game also fosters a sense of accountability. When you commit to long-term goals, you take ownership of your actions and their consequences. This accountability motivates you to make choices that reflect your values and priorities, knowing that each decision shapes your future. This sense of responsibility not only strengthens your character, but also reinforces your commitment to your vision. Another benefit of the long game is its ability to build resilience. Short-term thinking often leads to burnout, as the constant pursuit of immediate results creates unsustainable pressure. The long game, by contrast, encourages you to pace yourself, conserving energy and maintaining motivation over time. This resilience allows you to weather challenges and setbacks, knowing that progress is not always linear, but remains possible with persistence. Focusing on the future also fosters creativity. When you're not fixated on immediate outcomes, you create space to explore new ideas and approaches. This openness allows you to innovate and adapt, finding solutions that support your long-term goals. Creativity becomes a powerful tool in the long game, as it helps you navigate obstacles and uncover opportunities that others might overlook. The long game also aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control. While you cannot predict the future, you can shape it through your actions and decisions. By prioritizing sustainable growth, you shift your focus to the efforts and habits that contribute to your long-term vision. This perspective creates a sense of empowerment as you recognize that the future is not something to fear, but something to build. This mindset also deepens your sense of fulfillment. Short-term gains often bring temporary satisfaction, leaving you searching for the next achievement to fill the void. The long game, however, is rooted in purpose, ensuring that your efforts contribute to something meaningful. This fulfillment is not tied to specific outcomes, but to the knowledge that you're working toward a vision that aligns with your values and passions. Playing the long game also enhances your relationships. When you prioritize the future, you approach interactions with patience and understanding, focusing on building trust and connection rather than seeking immediate benefits. This approach creates deeper and more meaningful relationships, as others see your commitment to long-term growth and collaboration. These connections become a source of support and inspiration, reinforcing your journey toward your goals. The long game also teaches you the value of consistency. Short-term thinking often leads to bursts of effort, followed by periods of stagnation, as motivation wanes when immediate results aren't achieved. The long game emphasizes the importance of steady, consistent action, recognizing that small, deliberate steps create significant progress over time. Consistency becomes a cornerstone of your success, as it ensures that your efforts remain aligned with your vision. Another profound benefit of the long game is its ability to reduce stress. Short-term thinking often creates urgency as you feel pressured to achieve results quickly. The long game, by contrast, encourages you to embrace the process, recognizing that meaningful progress takes time. This perspective eases the pressure to perform, allowing you to approach your goals with calm and confidence. The long game also fosters humility. It reminds you that great achievements are not built overnight, but through sustained effort and persistence. This humility creates a sense of gratitude for the journey, as you recognize the value of each step along the way. Humility in the long game also fosters a willingness to learn and adapt, as you understand that growth is a continuous process. At its core, the long game is about alignment, aligning your actions with your values, your efforts with your goals, and your perspective with the bigger picture. This alignment creates a sense of purpose and clarity, ensuring that every decision and action contributes to your vision for the future. The long game transforms challenges into opportunities, setbacks into lessons, and progress into a source of fulfillment. The long game is not just a strategy for achieving success. It's a philosophy for living with intention and integrity. It's a reminder that the greatest rewards come not from chasing immediate results, but from building something lasting and meaningful. By embracing the long game, you create a foundation of resilience, purpose, and fulfillment that positions you far ahead of the competition, ensuring that your success is not just momentary, but enduring. The long game teaches the value of patience, focus, and sustainability in achieving meaningful goals. Yet, even the best long-term strategies can be undermined when too much information is shared too freely. Discretion is the quiet force that amplifies your influence, protects your intentions, and ensures that your energy is directed toward purposeful actions. It's not about hiding or being deceptive. It's about safeguarding what matters most by knowing when to speak and when to hold back. In a world that encourages constant sharing, discretion feels like an art lost to time, but its power remains timeless. When you practice discretion, you gain control over your narrative, your energy, and your relationships. Sharing every thought or plan dilutes your focus and exposes your vulnerabilities, making it easier for others to disrupt your goals or misunderstand your intentions. By keeping certain details private, you protect your plans from unnecessary scrutiny and safeguard your emotional well-being. One of the most significant advantages of discretion is the clarity it provides. When you withhold unnecessary information, you free yourself from the noise of external opinions and judgments. Too often, sharing too much invites unsolicited advice, criticism, or distractions that can derail your focus. By practicing discretion, you maintain a clear sense of purpose, allowing you to move forward with confidence and conviction. This clarity strengthens your resolve and keeps you anchored to your goals. Discretion also preserves your energy. Sharing plans and ideas can sometimes lead to over-explaining or defending your choices, which drains mental and emotional resources. When you keep certain things private, you avoid the need for constant justification, allowing you to channel your energy into productive actions rather than unproductive conversations. This preservation of energy is essential for maintaining focus and momentum in pursuing your objectives. Practicing discretion also enhances your strategic thinking. When you're selective about what you share, you can reveal information on your own terms, using it as a tool to achieve your goals. Discretion allows you to maintain control over how others perceive your actions and intentions, giving you an edge in negotiations, collaborations, or decision-making. This control fosters trust and respect, as others recognize that your words are measured and intentional. In relationships, discretion strengthens connections by fostering trust. Sharing everything about yourself can overwhelm others or create unnecessary complications. By being thoughtful about what you share, you demonstrate respect for boundaries, both yours and theirs. This thoughtful communication builds trust and authenticity, as it shows that you're intentional about your interactions rather than seeking validation or attention. Discretion also shields you from manipulation. When you reveal too much, you give others the opportunity to exploit your vulnerabilities or use your plans against you. By keeping certain details private, you protect yourself from undue influence, ensuring that your decisions remain guided by your values and priorities rather than external pressures. This protection is not about creating distance, but about maintaining control over your choices. Another profound benefit of discretion is the way it fosters self-reliance. When you keep your plans and thoughts private, you learn to trust your instincts and judgment. This self-reliance strengthens your confidence as you realize that you don't need external validation to pursue your goals. The ability to rely on yourself creates a sense of independence and empowerment, as you recognize that your path is yours to define. Discretion also cultivates patience. The urge to share often comes from a desire for immediate feedback or recognition. By holding back, you practice the discipline of waiting until your plans are more developed, until the timing is right, or until sharing serves a clear purpose. This patience allows your ideas to mature and your confidence to grow, ensuring that when you do share, it's with clarity and impact. This practice also aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control. You cannot control how others will react to what you share, but you can control what you choose to reveal. This focus on your own actions fosters a sense of empowerment, as you recognize that discretion is a tool for preserving your autonomy and integrity. By withholding unnecessary information, you take ownership of your narrative and protect your energy from external distractions. Discretion also enhances your ability to navigate conflicts. In heated situations, sharing too much can escalate tensions or create misunderstandings. Practicing discretion allows you to approach conflicts with composure, focusing on resolving issues rather than fueling them. By choosing your words carefully, you maintain control over the conversation, ensuring that your message is clear and constructive. In professional settings, discretion is a hallmark of effective leadership. Leaders who share too much risk creating confusion or undermining their authority, while those who practice discretion inspire confidence and respect. Discretion allows leaders to communicate strategically, ensuring that information is shared in a way that aligns with organizational goals and fosters collaboration. This thoughtful approach strengthens trust within teams and enhances decision-making processes. Discretion also fosters humility. When you choose to withhold information, you acknowledge that not everything needs to be shared or validated. This humility creates a sense of balance, as you recognize the value of silence and the power of letting your actions speak louder than your words. Humility in discretion also fosters a deeper connection to your values, as it reminds you to prioritize purpose over recognition. The practice of discretion also reduces stress. Oversharing often leads to overthinking, as you worry about how others might perceive or interpret your words. By keeping certain things private, you eliminate this mental burden, creating space for clarity and peace. This reduction in stress allows you to approach your goals with greater focus and confidence, knowing that your energy is directed toward what truly matters. Discretion also enhances your ability to listen. When you're not focused on sharing your own thoughts, you create space to hear and understand others. This attentiveness strengthens relationships, as it shows that you value their perspectives and are not merely seeking to be heard. Listening with discretion fosters empathy and connection, creating a sense of mutual respect and understanding. At its core, discretion is about alignment, aligning your words with your purpose, your actions with your values, and your energy with your goals. This alignment creates a sense of integrity and focus, ensuring that every choice and interaction supports your vision for the future. Discretion transforms silence into strength, privacy into power, and restraint into a tool for influence. Practicing discretion is not about withholding for the sake of withholding. It's about being intentional with what you share and why. It's a reminder that true influence doesn't come from speaking the loudest, but from speaking with purpose. By embracing discretion, you protect your energy, amplify your impact, and create a foundation of trust and respect that enhances every aspect of your life. Discretion teaches the power of silence and restraint, guiding you to act with intention rather than impulsiveness. From this foundation, the next step is embracing a quiet confidence rooted in virtue. In a world consumed by noise and self-promotion, true character is revealed through authentic actions rather than words. Elevating your character is not about seeking recognition, but about living with integrity, practicing kindness, and aligning your actions with your principles. This quiet confidence sets you apart, not through grand gestures, but through unwavering authenticity and commitment to doing what is right. Character is built not by what you say, but by what you consistently do. Actions speak louder than words, and those rooted in virtue carry a weight that no amount of boasting can achieve. Quiet confidence comes from the knowledge that you're living in alignment with your values, making decisions that reflect who you truly are. This integrity is a powerful force that draws respect and admiration, even when you're not seeking it. The world takes notice of those who act authentically, and it is this quiet consistency that creates a lasting impact. Living with virtue requires clarity about your principles. Without a strong moral compass, it's easy to be swayed by external pressures or fleeting desires. Quiet confidence grows when you know what you stand for and make choices that reflect those beliefs. This clarity not only strengthens your resolve, but also simplifies your life, as you are no longer torn between conflicting priorities or trying to meet the expectations of others. Virtue becomes your guide, allowing you to navigate challenges with grace and purpose. Kindness is one of the most powerful expressions of virtue, and it is most impactful when practiced silently. True kindness expects nothing in return. It is not performed for praise or recognition, but for the sake of helping others and doing what is right. Silent acts of kindness often carry the greatest weight because they are genuine and untainted by ulterior motives. They reflect a strength of character that values compassion over ego, showing that you prioritize humanity over self-interest. Authenticity is another cornerstone of quiet confidence. In a world where many people feel pressured to present a curated version of themselves, being authentic is both rare and powerful. Authenticity means embracing who you are, flaws and all, and living in a way that reflects your true self. It is not about perfection, but about honesty and self-acceptance. This authenticity creates a sense of freedom, as you are no longer constrained by the need to impress or conform. It also inspires others, as it shows that confidence comes not from pretending to be something you're not, but from embracing who you truly are. Practicing virtue also requires humility. Quiet confidence is never boastful or self-serving. Humility ensures that your actions are motivated by principle rather than pride. It reminds you that your worth is not tied to external validation, but to the integrity of your choices. Humility also fosters a sense of gratitude as you recognize the value of the opportunities, relationships, and experiences that shape your character. This gratitude deepens your commitment to living virtuously, as you see each day as a chance to contribute positively to the world. Resilience is another quality that grows from living with virtue. When your confidence is rooted in your actions rather than the opinions of others, you become less vulnerable to criticism or setbacks. You understand that your worth is defined by your principles, not by the shifting tides of external judgment. This resilience allows you to remain steadfast in the face of challenges, knowing that as long as you act with integrity, you are on the right path. Quiet confidence also enhances your relationships. When you live authentically and act with kindness, you build trust and respect with those around you. People are drawn to your sincerity and reliability, knowing that your actions reflect your true intentions. These connections are deeper and more meaningful because they are built on mutual respect and understanding rather than superficial exchanges. Living with virtue creates a foundation for relationships that are both genuine and enduring. Focusing on virtue also encourages self-awareness. To live with quiet confidence, you must continuously reflect on your actions and their alignment with your values. This self-awareness allows you to identify areas for growth and improvement, ensuring that your character continues to evolve. It also deepens your understanding of yourself, fostering a sense of inner peace and contentment that comes from knowing you are living authentically. Quiet confidence is also a source of empowerment. When you know that your actions align with your principles, you approach life with a sense of purpose and determination. This empowerment is not about dominance or control. It is about the quiet strength that comes from living with integrity. It allows you to face challenges with courage and to pursue your goals with clarity, knowing that your actions are rooted in what truly matters. Practicing virtue also fosters a sense of balance. When your confidence is rooted in your actions, you are less likely to be swayed by external pressures or distractions. This balance allows you to prioritize what is truly important, focusing your energy on pursuits that align with your values and bring lasting fulfillment. It also protects you from the burnout that often comes from trying to meet unrealistic expectations or chasing fleeting rewards. Living with virtue is not always easy. It requires discipline and a commitment to doing what is right, even when it is inconvenient or challenging. But this discipline strengthens your character, as each virtuous choice reinforces your commitment to living authentically. Over time, these choices become habits, creating a way of life that reflects your true self and brings a sense of fulfillment that no external reward can match. Quiet confidence also inspires others. When you live with integrity and authenticity, you set an example of what it means to lead by action rather than words. Your commitment to kindness, humility, and resilience becomes a source of motivation for those around you, showing that true confidence comes from living with purpose and principle. This influence is not about seeking followers or recognition. It is about contributing positively to the lives of others through your example. At its core, quiet confidence is about alignment. Aligning your actions with your values, your intentions with your principles, and your life with your true self. This alignment creates a sense of harmony and strength that empowers you to navigate life's challenges with grace and purpose. By practicing silent kindness, authenticity, and humility, you elevate your character in a way that speaks louder than any words ever could. In a noisy world, the quiet confidence of virtue stands out as a beacon of strength and authenticity. It is a reminder that true character is not about what you say, but about what you do. By living with integrity and purpose, you create a foundation of trust, resilience, and fulfillment that not only sets you apart, but also inspires those around you. This quiet confidence is not just a way of living. It is a way of elevating yourself and the world around you, one virtuous action at a time. The quiet confidence of virtue allows you to move through life with authenticity and purpose, radiating strength that needs no validation. But even as you build this foundation of character, life often demands something counterintuitive, the ability to let go. In a world that urges constant striving and relentless effort, true power lies in learning how to relax and allow things to unfold. Stoicism teaches that detachment, calm, and patience are not signs of passivity, but the essence of mastery. Relaxing your grip on outcomes creates the conditions for clarity, focus, and the manifestation of your deepest desires. Relaxation is not the absence of effort, but the cultivation of trust. Trust in the process, in your capabilities, and in the flow of life. When you stop trying to force outcomes, you allow space for natural growth and alignment. This sense of ease doesn't come from giving up. It comes from understanding that relentless tension only obstructs your vision and drains your energy. By relaxing your mind and your expectations, you create a state of openness that enables creativity, intuition, and opportunity to flourish. The ability to relax begins with clarity. When you are unclear about what you truly want, tension arises as your mind grapples with uncertainty and conflicting desires. Stoicism teaches the importance of reflecting deeply on your values and priorities, aligning your goals with what genuinely matters. This alignment simplifies your choices, allowing you to focus your energy without the distraction of competing aims. Clarity eliminates the mental noise that breeds anxiety, paving the way for deliberate action and effortless progress. Letting go of the need to control every outcome is another cornerstone of relaxation. Control is an illusion that often leads to frustration and disappointment when things don't go as planned. Relaxation means accepting that while you can influence your actions, you cannot dictate the results. This acceptance is not resignation, but empowerment, as it redirects your focus to what is within your control, your effort, attitude, and resilience. By releasing attachment to results, you free yourself from the fear of failure and the pressure to constantly perform. Relaxation also enhances your ability to remain present. Worrying about the future or dwelling on the past creates mental tension that clouds your judgment and diminishes your effectiveness. When you relax, you center yourself in the present moment, where your actions have the greatest impact. This presence fosters a sense of calm and control, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. In this state of mindfulness, you are better equipped to recognize opportunities and make decisions that align with your goals. Another profound aspect of relaxation is its effect on creativity. Stress and overthinking often stifle innovation, as your mind becomes consumed with solving problems rather than exploring possibilities. Relaxing your mind opens the door to fresh perspectives and new ideas, enabling you to approach challenges with creativity and curiosity. This freedom to think without constraint often leads to breakthroughs that were inaccessible under the weight of tension. Relaxation also builds resilience. Life's challenges can feel overwhelming when approached with a rigid mindset, but a relaxed attitude fosters adaptability. When you relax, you become more open to change and less resistant to the unexpected. This adaptability allows you to navigate setbacks with grace, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. Relaxation transforms adversity into a teacher, showing you that flexibility and patience are more powerful than force. The ability to relax is deeply connected to self-trust. Tension often arises from a lack of confidence in your own abilities, leading you to overcompensate with effort and control. Relaxation, on the other hand, reflects a deep trust in yourself and the process. This trust allows you to step back when needed, knowing that your preparation, skills, and intuition will guide you. Self-trust fosters a sense of peace, as you no longer feel the need to prove yourself or fight against the flow of life. Relaxing also strengthens your relationships. Tension and control often lead to conflict, as you impose expectations or try to dictate how others should behave. Relaxation fosters understanding and empathy, as it allows you to meet others where they are, rather than trying to change them. This openness creates a foundation of mutual respect and trust, deepening your connections and reducing unnecessary friction. One of the most surprising benefits of relaxation is its impact on productivity. Contrary to the belief that constant effort is the key to success, relaxation often leads to greater efficiency and effectiveness. When you relax, you conserve energy and maintain focus, avoiding the burnout that comes from relentless striving. This balance allows you to work with greater clarity and purpose, achieving more with less effort. Relaxation doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing what matters with calm intention. Relaxation also aligns with the Stoic principle of accepting what you cannot control. This acceptance reduces the stress and frustration that come from resisting reality, allowing you to approach life with a sense of ease and flow. By embracing the unpredictability of life, you free yourself from the burden of constantly trying to fix or control everything. This freedom creates a space for joy and spontaneity, as you learn to appreciate the beauty of the journey rather than fixating on the destination. Practicing relaxation also deepens your sense of gratitude. When you stop striving for what's next, you begin to notice and appreciate what you already have. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, fostering a sense of contentment and peace. This mindset not only enhances your well-being, but also attracts more positive experiences as you approach life with an open and appreciative heart. Relaxation is not a single act, but a way of being. It is the choice to release tension, trust the process, and embrace the present moment. It is the realization that effort and ease are not opposites, but partners in the pursuit of a meaningful life. By relaxing, you create a space for growth, connection, and fulfillment, allowing your desires to manifest naturally rather than through force. At its core, relaxation is about alignment, aligning your actions with your values, your efforts with your intentions, and your mindset with the flow of life. This alignment creates a sense of harmony and purpose, allowing you to move through life with grace and confidence. By embracing relaxation, you unlock a quiet power that not only brings your desires within reach, but also transforms how you experience the journey. Relax and watch as life unfolds in ways that exceed your expectations. Relaxation teaches you to trust the process, release unnecessary tension, and align your actions with the natural flow of life. It paves the way for something even more transformative, the ability to harness the Stoic principles that make everything you want possible. This isn't about shortcuts or magical thinking. It's about understanding the timeless practices that shift your perspective, sharpen your focus, and direct your energy toward meaningful outcomes. These principles empower you to align desire with action and reality, creating the conditions where your goals become achievable. The first step in making anything happen lies in clarity of intent. Vague aspirations lead to scattered efforts, while a focused vision allows you to channel your energy with precision. The Stoics emphasize the importance of defining your goals clearly and understanding why they matter to you. When your intentions are grounded in purpose rather than fleeting desires, they gain a sense of weight and urgency. This clarity acts as a compass, guiding your actions and keeping you aligned with what truly matters. Once intent is clear, action must follow. Stoicism teaches that goals are not achieved through wishes, but through deliberate and consistent effort. A vision without action is merely a dream, but effort grounded in purpose transforms that vision into reality. The Stoics remind us that no action is too small if it moves us closer to our goals. By focusing on incremental progress, you build momentum and avoid the paralysis that comes from overthinking or waiting for the perfect conditions. Another essential principle is the Stoic focus on what is within your control. Many desires falter because energy is wasted on factors beyond your influence. Redirecting your focus to your own actions, decisions, and responses creates a sense of empowerment and reduces unnecessary frustration. This focus doesn't limit you. It sharpens your perspective, enabling you to maximize your potential while letting go of distractions that impede progress. Stoic discipline plays a crucial role in sustaining momentum. Achieving meaningful outcomes requires consistency, even when motivation wanes or challenges arise. Discipline is the bridge between intent and result, providing the structure needed to persist through setbacks and distractions. The Stoics encourage breaking goals into manageable steps, ensuring that each day contributes to long-term progress. This discipline not only builds resilience but also instills a sense of pride and accomplishment, reinforcing your commitment to your goals. Patience is another vital Stoic principle. In a world that celebrates instant gratification, the ability to delay rewards sets you apart. True achievement takes time, and impatience often leads to impulsive decisions that compromise your long-term vision. The Stoics teach that patience is not passive waiting, but active persistence, the ability to keep moving forward even when results are not immediate. This mindset transforms waiting into a practice of resilience and trust in the process. Flexibility is equally important. While clarity of intent provides direction, rigidity can create obstacles. Life is unpredictable, and success often requires adapting to changing circumstances. Stoicism emphasizes the value of flexibility, encouraging you to reassess and adjust your approach when necessary. This adaptability ensures that setbacks become opportunities for growth rather than reasons to abandon your goals. Flexibility is not a compromise of principles, but an enhancement of strategy. The Stoics also highlight the power of perspective. How you view challenges determines whether they become obstacles or opportunities. Adversity is inevitable, but the Stoic mindset transforms it into a teacher. By reframing difficulties as lessons, you cultivate resilience and creativity. This perspective not only strengthens your resolve, but also uncovers new paths to success, turning setbacks into stepping stones toward your goals. Gratitude is another transformative practice. While striving for what you want, it's easy to focus on what's missing rather than appreciating what you have. Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance, creating a sense of contentment that fuels your efforts. The Stoics remind us that fulfillment doesn't come solely from achieving goals, but from recognizing the value of the journey. Gratitude enhances your perspective, reminding you that each step, no matter how small, is a victory. The ability to detach from outcomes is also crucial. While it's natural to want specific results, becoming overly attached can create unnecessary stress and disappointment. The Stoics teach that effort is within your control, but results are often influenced by factors beyond your power. Detachment doesn't mean apathy. It means focusing on the process and trusting that the right outcomes will follow. This mindset reduces anxiety and allows you to approach your goals with calm and confidence. One of the most empowering Stoic principles is the idea of turning challenges into advantages. When obstacles arise, they often carry hidden opportunities for growth or innovation. The Stoics teach that adversity is not the end of the path, but a redirection. Embracing this perspective transforms difficulties into tools for progress, enabling you to navigate setbacks with resilience and creativity. Another key to achieving what you desire is fostering self-awareness. Understanding your strengths, weaknesses, and motivations allows you to approach your goals with honesty and intention. Self-awareness helps you identify habits or beliefs that may hinder progress, creating the opportunity to realign your actions with your aspirations. This alignment ensures that your efforts are purposeful and effective, paving the way for meaningful achievement. Stoic simplicity also plays a role in success. Complexity often leads to confusion and inaction, while simplicity provides focus and clarity. The Stoics encourage eliminating distractions and unnecessary commitments, allowing you to direct your energy toward what truly matters. This simplicity doesn't limit your potential. It enhances it by creating space for deliberate and meaningful action. Accountability is another powerful tool. When you take responsibility for your actions and their outcomes, you create a sense of ownership that fuels progress. Accountability ensures that you remain committed to your goals, even when faced with challenges or distractions. The Stoics emphasize that true power comes from within, and accountability is the practice of harnessing that power to achieve your aspirations. The Stoics teach the importance of living in alignment with your values. Goals rooted in superficial desires often lead to dissatisfaction, while those aligned with your principles create a sense of fulfillment and purpose. By grounding your aspirations in what truly matters, you ensure that your efforts contribute to a life of meaning and authenticity. At its core, the Stoic secret to making everything you want happen is about balance. Balancing effort with patience, discipline with flexibility, and ambition with gratitude. It's a philosophy that transforms desire into action, obstacles into opportunities, and setbacks into growth. By embracing these principles, you not only achieve your goals, but also cultivate a life of resilience, purpose, and fulfillment. Stoicism doesn't promise shortcuts or guarantees, but it offers a timeless framework for turning aspiration into reality, one deliberate step at a time. Harnessing Stoic principles to manifest what you desire is about aligning your efforts with your values and embracing the flow of life. But even as you focus on your own growth, the dynamics of interacting with others often shape your journey. Understanding psychological patterns and interpersonal dynamics isn't about manipulation. It's about building influence through empathy, clarity, and strategic thinking. When you master the subtle art of understanding people and situations, you gain the ability to lead with purpose, resolve conflicts, and foster meaningful connections. These tools empower you to navigate interactions with grace and confidence, guiding outcomes while staying true to your principles. Influence begins with understanding. People respond most positively when they feel seen and heard. Paying attention to their needs, motivations, and concerns allows you to tailor your communication to resonate deeply. Active listening is your foundation. When others sense your genuine interest, they are more likely to open up and align with your vision. This attentiveness isn't about agreeing with everything, but about creating trust and mutual respect. From this space of connection, you can subtly guide conversations and outcomes toward productive ends. Clarity in communication is equally vital. Misunderstandings and misinterpretations often derail interactions, leading to unnecessary conflict or resistance. Articulating your thoughts with precision ensures that your intentions are clear and your message is received as intended. Simplifying your language, eliminating ambiguity, and maintaining a calm tone help reinforce your authority and make your words more impactful. Clarity doesn't mean dominance. It means reducing barriers to understanding, paving the way for smoother interactions. Another powerful tool is emotional regulation. Emotions, when unchecked, can cloud judgment and escalate tensions. Maintaining composure not only protects your inner peace, but also sets the tone for the interaction. When others witness your calmness, especially in high-pressure situations, it inspires confidence and de-escalates conflict. This calm energy is magnetic, subtly shifting the emotional atmosphere in your favor. People naturally gravitate toward those who provide stability, making emotional control a cornerstone of effective influence. Empathy enhances your ability to connect and guide. When you take the time to see the world from someone else's perspective, you gain insight into their motivations and fears. This understanding allows you to frame your suggestions in ways that align with their priorities, making them more receptive to your ideas. Empathy isn't about manipulation. It's about building bridges of understanding that foster collaboration and harmony. It transforms interactions from confrontations into cooperative exchanges, where both sides feel valued and heard. Body language also plays a critical role in shaping perceptions. Your posture, gestures, and expressions communicate volumes before you even speak. Maintaining an open and confident stance conveys authority and approachability, making others more likely to engage with you positively. Subtle mirroring of someone's body language can create a sense of rapport and mutual understanding, reinforcing the connection between you. These non-verbal cues, though often overlooked, have a profound impact on the flow of interactions. Timing is another element of influence. Knowing when to speak, when to listen, and when to act requires sensitivity to the rhythm of the situation. Patience allows you to assess the dynamics and choose the optimal moment to make your point or steer the conversation. Forcing action prematurely often leads to resistance, while strategic timing creates a sense of natural progression, making your suggestions feel organic and agreeable. This awareness of timing demonstrates your ability to read the room and respond thoughtfully. Framing your ideas in a way that highlights benefits to others further enhances your influence. People are naturally more receptive to proposals that align with their own interests or values. Presenting your suggestions as solutions to their needs creates a sense of alignment and partnership. This approach fosters goodwill and minimizes resistance, as the other person sees your idea not as an imposition, but as an opportunity for mutual benefit. Consistency in your actions and words builds trust and credibility. People are more likely to follow your lead when they perceive you as reliable and steadfast. Consistency eliminates doubts about your intentions, reinforcing the belief that your guidance is trustworthy. This reliability becomes a foundation for influence, as people naturally gravitate toward those who demonstrate integrity and follow through on their commitments. The power of silence cannot be overstated. Pausing strategically during conversations creates space for reflection and emphasizes your words. Silence allows others to process your message and often prompts them to fill the gap, revealing their thoughts or concerns. This subtle technique not only deepens the dialogue, but also positions you as a thoughtful and deliberate communicator. Silence becomes a tool for guiding the flow of interaction, shifting the focus back to you without force. Being adaptable in your approach ensures that you can handle a variety of personalities and situations. Rigidity often creates friction, while flexibility allows you to pivot and find common ground. Adaptability doesn't mean compromising your values. It means tailoring your communication to meet the needs of the moment. This responsiveness demonstrates emotional intelligence and creates a sense of collaboration, making others more willing to align with your vision. A key element of influence is maintaining boundaries. While it's essential to connect with others, overextending yourself can dilute your effectiveness. Clear boundaries communicate self-respect and establish a framework for interactions. People respect those who know their limits and stand by them, as it signals strength and self-assurance. Boundaries also protect your energy, ensuring that you remain focused and centered in your pursuits. The ability to guide without dominating fosters a sense of partnership rather than control. People resist being forced, but respond positively to being inspired. Leading with questions rather than directives encourages others to take ownership of their decisions, creating a sense of shared purpose. This collaborative approach builds loyalty and trust, as people feel empowered rather than manipulated. Influence is also amplified by authenticity. People can sense insincerity, and it often breeds distrust. When your words and actions align with your true self, it creates a sense of genuineness that draws others in. Authenticity is magnetic. It reassures people that your intentions are honest and your guidance is sincere. This authenticity forms the foundation for meaningful connections and long-lasting influence. Reflection strengthens your ability to influence. After each interaction, taking the time to evaluate what went well and what could be improved sharpens your skills over time. Reflection enhances self-awareness, ensuring that your actions remain aligned with your values and intentions. This continuous refinement deepens your understanding of interpersonal dynamics, allowing you to navigate future situations with even greater confidence and clarity. At its essence, the ability to guide people and situations is rooted in respect, understanding, and intentionality. Influence is not about control. It's about creating an environment where trust, connection, and mutual benefit thrive. By mastering these psychological principles, you cultivate the skills to navigate interactions with wisdom and empathy, ensuring that your influence uplifts and inspires rather than overpowers. This balanced approach allows you to lead with purpose, transforming relationships and outcomes in meaningful ways. The ability to guide conversations and influence outcomes with intention highlights the power of words. But just as certain expressions can build trust and connection, others have the potential to undermine relationships, create conflict, or erode your credibility. The Stoics recognize that wisdom lies not only in what you say, but also in what you choose to withhold. Language is a tool, and its thoughtful use can lead to clarity and understanding, while careless words can create unnecessary obstacles. What you say reflects your inner state and shapes the world around you. The words you choose carry weight, influencing how others perceive you and how you perceive yourself. Words can uplift or destroy, build bridges or burn them, strengthen bonds or sever them. Understanding the impact of your language allows you to navigate conversations with care, ensuring that your communication serves a higher purpose rather than succumbing to impulsive emotions or fleeting frustrations. Harmful words often stem from a lack of awareness or control. Rash statements made in anger or frustration are rarely productive and often leave lasting damage. The Stoics teach the importance of pausing before speaking, using that moment to assess whether your words align with your values and intentions. This pause is not silence for its own sake, but an active choice to ensure that what you say contributes positively to the situation. It reminds you that speaking less but with intention holds far more power than speaking more without thought. Blame is one of the most corrosive forms of speech. Assigning fault to others might provide momentary relief, but it often damages trust and deflects attention from solutions. Instead of blaming, focusing on understanding and collaboration transforms challenges into opportunities for growth. Taking ownership of your role in any situation demonstrates strength and maturity, fostering an environment where others feel safe to do the same. This shift from blame to accountability not only builds stronger relationships, but also cultivates resilience and self-respect. Another destructive habit is speaking out of envy. Comparisons and disparaging comments about others reveal more about your insecurities than about those you criticize. Stoicism teaches the value of focusing on your own path, allowing others their successes and struggles without judgment. Words that stem from envy diminish your credibility and often create unnecessary tension. Choosing instead to speak from a place of generosity and support strengthens your relationships and reflects your inner confidence. Exaggeration and dishonesty are equally detrimental. Stretching the truth to impress or manipulate others may yield short-term gains, but it ultimately undermines trust. Once your credibility is questioned, even your honest words are met with doubt. Stoics emphasize the power of simplicity and truth, urging you to let your actions speak louder than any embellished claim. Authenticity fosters respect, while dishonesty erodes it, leaving you in a weaker position both personally and professionally. Complaining is another trap to avoid. While expressing genuine concerns is important, constant negativity drains your energy and repels others. Complaints often focus on things beyond your control, reinforcing a sense of helplessness. The Stoic approach encourages shifting your focus from problems to solutions, using challenges as opportunities for growth. By choosing constructive language, you inspire yourself and others to rise above difficulties rather than wallow in them. Gossip is a particularly insidious form of speech that erodes trust and integrity. Speaking about others behind their backs may seem harmless in the moment, but it reveals a lack of respect and self-control. Gossip damages your credibility, as those who hear it may wonder how you speak about them when they're not present. The Stoics remind us to focus on our own actions and character, avoiding the temptation to criticize or speculate about others. This discipline not only protects your integrity, but also fosters a sense of respect and authenticity in your relationships. Defensiveness is another pitfall that weakens communication. Responding to criticism or feedback with hostility closes the door to growth and understanding. Instead of lashing out, the Stoics encourage you to view feedback as an opportunity to learn and improve. A calm and thoughtful response demonstrates confidence and openness, while defensiveness often signals insecurity. By choosing to listen and reflect rather than react impulsively, you create an environment where constructive dialogue can thrive. Empty promises are another form of harmful speech. Committing to something you have no intention of following through on undermines trust and damages your reputation. The Stoics value action over words, urging you to speak only when you can back your words with deeds. Reliability and consistency build strong relationships and create a sense of respect that cannot be achieved through empty gestures or broken commitments. Sarcasm and cutting remarks may feel clever in the moment, but they often come at the expense of others' feelings. Humor that diminishes or embarrasses someone else reflects poorly on your character and creates unnecessary distance. Stoicism teaches the importance of treating others with dignity and respect, using your words to uplift rather than diminish. Kindness and empathy in your speech foster deeper connections and create an atmosphere of trust and collaboration. The Stoic emphasis on intentional language also extends to how you speak to yourself. Negative self-talk can be as damaging as hurtful words directed at others. The way you speak to yourself shapes your beliefs and actions, influencing your confidence and mindset. Replacing self-criticism with self-compassion doesn't mean ignoring areas for improvement. It means approaching them with kindness and a commitment to growth. Positive and constructive inner dialogue reinforces your resilience and empowers you to face challenges with courage. In every interaction, your words are a reflection of your inner world. By choosing them thoughtfully, you demonstrate self-awareness, discipline, and respect for others. Silence, when used wisely, is a powerful tool that allows you to listen, reflect, and respond with intention. When you do speak, ensuring that your words align with your values and serve a constructive purpose strengthens your relationships, builds trust, and reinforces your integrity. The Stoic approach to communication is not about restricting your voice, but about elevating it. It's about understanding that every word carries weight and choosing to use that weight wisely. By avoiding harmful language and focusing on thoughtful, intentional speech, you create a foundation of respect, authenticity, and influence that enriches your life and the lives of those around you. Through discipline and self-awareness, your words become a force for good, shaping your relationships and your world with wisdom and purpose. Words have the power to shape relationships, reflect values, and strengthen or weaken trust. How you speak to others and to yourself can either build bridges or create barriers. This naturally leads to the foundation of how you perceive your own worth. Self-esteem is not built through fleeting praise or external validation, but through consistent, intentional choices that align with your values. The Stoics understood that indestructible self-esteem arises from within, crafted by the steady practice of principles that foster resilience, authenticity, and inner strength. True self-esteem comes from the ability to rely on yourself, to stand firm in your values regardless of external circumstances. The Stoics teach that the first step in building this inner foundation is self-awareness. Knowing who you are, your strengths, weaknesses, and core beliefs forms the cornerstone of unshakable confidence. Self-awareness is not about harsh judgment, but honest acknowledgement, allowing you to embrace yourself fully while striving for growth. This clarity creates a sense of stability, as you are no longer swayed by the fleeting opinions of others. Another critical aspect of self-esteem is the ability to focus on what you can control. Much of the anxiety and doubt that erode self-esteem stem from concerns over things beyond your influence. The Stoics emphasize the importance of directing your energy toward actions, choices, and attitudes that are within your power. By doing so, you cultivate a sense of agency and self-trust, as you recognize your ability to shape your responses and decisions. This focus also reduces the mental clutter of worrying about external judgments, allowing you to remain centered and confident. Consistent action aligned with your values reinforces your self-esteem over time. Each choice you make that reflects integrity, discipline, and purpose strengthens your sense of self-worth. The Stoics remind us that self-esteem is not built in grand gestures, but in the small, everyday actions that accumulate into a life of meaning. This consistency creates a pattern of reliability, allowing you to trust yourself and depend on your ability to face challenges and uphold your principles. Self-respect is another vital element. Treating yourself with dignity and compassion lays the groundwork for how you expect to be treated by others. This respect is not about arrogance or entitlement, but about recognizing your own worth and setting boundaries that protect your energy and well-being. The Stoics encourage viewing yourself as a caretaker of your own mind and body, treating them with the care and respect they deserve. This self-respect radiates outward, influencing how others perceive and interact with you. Resilience in the face of failure also contributes to indestructible self-esteem. Mistakes and setbacks are inevitable, but they do not define your worth. The Stoics teach that failure is not an endpoint, but a stepping stone to growth. By learning from your experiences and adapting your approach, you demonstrate to yourself that you are capable of overcoming adversity. This resilience builds a sense of self-trust and confidence as you prove to yourself that you can navigate challenges with grace and determination. Gratitude plays a surprising role in fostering self-esteem. By focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, you shift your perspective from deficiency to abundance. Gratitude reminds you of your strengths, achievements, and the support systems in your life, reinforcing a sense of contentment and self-worth. This practice also reduces the tendency to compare yourself to others, allowing you to appreciate your unique journey without feeling inadequate or envious. Another key to self-esteem is detachment from external validation. While recognition and praise can feel gratifying, relying on them for your sense of worth leaves you vulnerable to the opinions of others. The Stoics emphasize the importance of cultivating inner validation, drawing confidence from your actions and alignment with your values rather than from external feedback. This detachment creates a sense of independence and stability, as your self-esteem is no longer at the mercy of others' judgments. Authenticity strengthens self-esteem by allowing you to live in alignment with your true self. Pretending to be someone you're not, or conforming to others' expectations, creates inner conflict and erodes confidence. Embracing your individuality, with all its strengths and imperfections, fosters a sense of freedom and self-acceptance. The Stoics teach that authenticity is not about perfection, but about honesty and courage in expressing who you truly are. Practicing humility enhances self-esteem by grounding you in reality. Humility is not about diminishing yourself, but about recognizing your strengths without arrogance and your weaknesses without shame. This balanced perspective allows you to approach life with confidence and openness, knowing that you are valuable but also continually growing. Humility also fosters meaningful connections, as it encourages genuine interactions and mutual respect. Another key is cultivating a sense of purpose. Knowing that your actions contribute to something greater than yourself creates a sense of fulfillment and self-worth. The Stoics encourage aligning your goals with your values, ensuring that your efforts bring meaning to your life. This purpose-driven approach reinforces your confidence as you see your actions making a positive impact on the world around you. Practicing kindness, both to yourself and others, also strengthens self-esteem. Acts of compassion and generosity remind you of your capacity to contribute positively to others' lives. This outward focus reduces self-criticism and reinforces a sense of connection and purpose. Kindness also creates a ripple effect, fostering goodwill and strengthening relationships that support your self-esteem. The ability to forgive yourself is another powerful tool for building self-esteem. Holding on to guilt or regret from past mistakes keeps you anchored in the past, preventing growth. The Stoics teach that self-forgiveness is not about ignoring your mistakes, but about learning from them and moving forward. This practice allows you to release the weight of self-judgment, creating space for growth and renewal. Mindfulness enhances self-esteem by bringing your attention to the present moment. Worrying about the future or dwelling on the past often fuels insecurity and doubt. Mindfulness helps you stay grounded, appreciating your current strengths and accomplishments while remaining open to growth. This focus on the present reduces mental clutter and fosters a sense of contentment and self-assurance. Simplicity also plays a role in self-esteem. Eliminating unnecessary distractions and commitments allows you to focus on what truly matters, creating a sense of clarity and control. The Stoics encourage simplifying your life to align with your values, reducing the pressure to conform to external expectations. This simplicity fosters a sense of freedom and confidence as you focus your energy on pursuits that bring genuine fulfillment. Surrounding yourself with supportive and like-minded individuals strengthens self-esteem. The people you interact with influence your mindset and self-perception. Choosing relationships that uplift and inspire you creates an environment where your confidence can thrive. These connections reinforce your self-worth, reminding you of your value and potential. Indestructible self-esteem is not something you find. It is something you cultivate through intentional practices and choices. By aligning your actions with Stoic principles, you build a foundation of resilience, authenticity, and purpose that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. This inner strength allows you to navigate life with confidence, creating a sense of fulfillment and peace that radiates outward, enriching every aspect of your journey. Indestructible self-esteem is built on boundaries, self-awareness, and a commitment to living in alignment with your values. But even the strongest self-esteem can be tested when you allow others to impose negativity, manipulation, or unwarranted expectations on your life. The Stoics teach us not only how to fortify our inner selves, but also how to navigate the external influences that threaten our peace and integrity. What you accept from others directly affects your mental clarity, emotional balance, and sense of purpose. There are certain things you should never receive, not out of pride, but to protect the harmony and authenticity you've worked so hard to cultivate. Accepting what you shouldn't weakens your sense of self and undermines your values. The Stoics emphasize that your inner life is your fortress, and what you allow through its gates can either strengthen or erode it. The first thing to guard against is unwarranted criticism. While constructive feedback is valuable, baseless judgment or malicious remarks should not find a home in your mind. These kinds of comments often stem from others' insecurities rather than any truth about you. Accepting them only plants seeds of doubt, making you question your path or abilities. Instead, you must learn to filter such negativity, recognizing what is useful and discarding the rest without allowing it to take root. Guilt imposed by others is another thing you should never accept. Genuine accountability comes from within, but external guilt is often a tool of manipulation. People may use guilt to control your actions, making you feel obligated to fulfill their desires at the expense of your own values. The Stoics teach that your responsibility is to act with integrity, not to meet others' unreasonable expectations. Freeing yourself from this imposed guilt allows you to focus on what truly aligns with your principles. Unrealistic expectations are another burden you should reject. People may project their desires or standards onto you, expecting you to conform to their vision of who you should be. Accepting these expectations can lead to a life lived for others rather than for yourself. The Stoics encourage self-reliance and clarity, reminding you that your purpose is not to fulfill someone else's script, but to write your own. Letting go of these expectations creates space for authenticity and growth. Manipulation, whether overt or subtle, is something to identify and refuse. Manipulative behavior often disguises itself as care or persuasion, but its underlying intent is control. Allowing manipulation compromises your autonomy and erodes your confidence. The Stoic practice of emotional detachment helps you see through these tactics, allowing you to respond with clarity and maintain your independence. Rejecting manipulation is not about creating conflict, but about preserving your freedom to make decisions based on reason and principle. Toxic generosity is another form of influence that should be refused. While acts of kindness are often genuine, some are laced with expectations or conditions. Accepting such gestures can bind you to unspoken obligations, creating an imbalance in the relationship. True generosity is free from ulterior motives, and by recognizing the difference, you protect yourself from being drawn into dynamics that compromise your integrity. Drama and unnecessary conflict are emotional burdens you should never allow into your life. Accepting others' chaos can entangle you in situations that drain your energy and distract you from your purpose. The Stoics teach the value of focusing on what is essential, letting go of distractions that do not serve your growth or well-being. Declining to engage in drama is not avoidance, but wisdom, as it preserves your mental clarity and emotional stability. Disrespect is another thing you should never accept, whether subtle or blatant. Allowing others to treat you without regard for your dignity reinforces their behavior and undermines your self-respect. The Stoics emphasize the importance of setting boundaries that reflect your worth. Respecting yourself means demanding respect from others, not through confrontation, but by refusing to tolerate behavior that diminishes your value. Fear-based persuasion is another form of influence that deserves rejection. People may use fear to manipulate your choices, pushing you toward decisions that align with their agenda rather than your own. Fear-based tactics cloud your judgment, leading you away from reasoned thinking. The Stoics encourage cultivating courage and clarity, allowing you to see through fear-driven arguments and make decisions rooted in confidence and purpose. Unsolicited opinions, while often well-intentioned, can also become burdensome if accepted without discernment. Everyone has an opinion, but not all opinions are relevant or helpful. Allowing others' unsolicited advice to influence your choices can dilute your clarity and create unnecessary doubt. The Stoics remind us to listen selectively, taking in only what aligns with our values and contributes to our growth. Envy disguised as advice is another subtle form of influence that should be refused. Some people may offer suggestions or critiques not to help you, but to undermine your confidence or progress. Recognizing the difference between genuine support and veiled envy allows you to protect your goals and maintain your focus. The Stoics teach the value of staying true to your path, unshaken by others' attempts to sway or hinder you. The burden of pleasing everyone is something you should release entirely. Accepting the responsibility to make everyone happy is both impossible and self-destructive. It dilutes your energy and compromises your authenticity as you constantly adjust yourself to meet others' expectations. The Stoics emphasize the importance of acting according to your principles, knowing that you cannot control others' reactions. Letting go of this burden allows you to live with integrity and peace. False praise or flattery, though seemingly positive, can be just as damaging as criticism if accepted without awareness. Flattery often seeks to manipulate or gain favor, creating a false sense of security or dependency. True confidence comes from within, not from external validation. The Stoics encourage grounding your self-worth in your values and actions, ensuring that external praise does not sway your sense of self. Unsolicited negativity, the constant stream of pessimism, doubt, or cynicism from others, should never take root in your mind. While it's natural to encounter differing perspectives, allowing negativity to influence your mindset can erode your optimism and resolve. The Stoics teach the importance of guarding your inner peace, filtering out what does not serve your growth. By choosing to focus on constructive and empowering influences, you create a mental environment where resilience and clarity can thrive. At its core, the Stoic approach to what you accept from others is about maintaining your inner strength and autonomy. By recognizing and refusing what diminishes your peace or integrity, you preserve the space to cultivate wisdom, clarity, and purpose. This discipline is not about isolation, but about discernment, ensuring that your relationships and interactions contribute positively to your life. By choosing what to accept and what to reject, you take ownership of your path, crafting a life that reflects your values and aspirations. Mastering these Stoic principles equips you with the quiet strength to rise above challenges, the wisdom to navigate life with clarity, and the resilience to remain unshaken by the noise of the world. These keys are not about overpowering others, but about unlocking your fullest potential, becoming someone who leads with purpose, integrity, and calm confidence. By speaking less, embracing solitude, guarding your dreams, and letting your actions define you, you cultivate a presence that commands respect and admiration. From focusing on the process to building indestructible self-esteem, each key builds on the next, forming a foundation for a life of meaning and unmatched influence. These timeless lessons are not just for reflection, but for action. Which key resonated with you the most? How will you apply it to your journey? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective and learn from your insights. If you found value in this, let's keep growing together. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss more life-changing Stoic wisdom. And if you know someone who could benefit from these keys, share this with them. They deserve to rise too. Thank you for being here. Let's walk this path to greatness, step by step.